See if we can bring YouTube back. We're going to try and resuscitate YouTube with the old changeover. We'll bring the old YouTubes back. Dirty Ocean. Yeah, I think we're back. I think we're back with a new VOD. Nice. We're good now. We're good now. Hey, we fixed it. That normally would take me like 400 minutes. That took me 4. That was very easy. That was very easy. Hey. Gerardo's showing, dude. No way I'm getting an email still that Ruben Gerardo is showing pleasing progress. Hi, YouTube. Hi. Welcome back. Black screen? Shouldn't be. Try refreshing. Not that you'd be able to hear me if you're looking at a black screen, but, you know, you get the general idea. Yeah, the profit thing's broken, Omar. Your nose for math is right on, Omar. The profit part of that graphic is broken. All right, now that we got YouTube back, now that Ruben Gerardo's improving, I think I might start making my pasta. I might start making my pasta. That's not going to be me away from the stream for a while. I just have to go put the water boiling. Do you want me to... Bro, there's no button to talk to him about. Can I talk to Duran? Because I feel like he probably shouldn't be the team's overall captain anymore. We're a very different team than when he, like, initially took hold of that. You know what I mean? All good. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we're all good on the YouTube stream. That's what we love to hear. I am doing well, Iron. All right. We have better options. General feeling among the non-playing staff, you're too influential here. That's ridiculous. I wanted to let you know there's a general feeling amongst the non-playing staff that you're a significant part of the group wielding too much power. All these options are insane. I want to let you know there's a general feeling amongst the non-playing staff, despite being an influential member of the squad, you have a negative effect on too many players. I want to let you know there's a general feeling you're beginning to rub off poorly on the players you're closest with in the club. I want to let you know there's a general feeling among the non-playing staff you struggles to fit in or hurting. I want to give you fair warning that I'm considering taking the captaincy from you. I think there's better options at the club. Dude, Paul Duran is accepting his reduced role at the club with an incredible amount of honor and, like, I'm just incredibly impressed with Paul Duran. I really am incredibly impressed with Paul Duran. I think Angel Cañete becomes the new captain, chat. The guy's an absolute demon. Oh, but he's fickle. Oh, but he's fickle. He's fickle. Yeah, Paul Duran's definitely matured since his uprising. I love the phrase "his uprising." Andrew Ortega's pretty good. Miguel Rubio obviously is a good guy to pitch as a potential captain, right? Level-headed, fairly determined. Knows the club inside and out. Look at his value, by the way. Continues to just be regarded as an incredibly solid all-around player. A great reminder of what having faith in players can provide you. But yeah, we have a ton of strong characters in the squad. And then there's Kelvin Mbambo, obviously, who's also a determined guy. You know, he's a little more level-headed than Angel Cañete. Any big moves happen? Yeah, Boss is no longer with us. Real Zaragoza, 20 million. Yeah, Noonan took the 30. Dude, normally you would be like, yes, Mbambo has to be the captain. But since then, we've signed a world-class player who's immediately shot to the top of the hierarchy, who has good determination. You know, he's got good... Hold on, let me go to Mbambo again. Kelvin Mbambo. The fans really like him. Ability to do the unexpected is one of the defining parts of Kelvin Mbambo's game. Do 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 do. The fans also love Angel Cañete. Cañete has a competitive streak, which can lead to him bending the rules. He is fickle. The team has many players who are friends with each other. We love that. Team leaders are Paul Duran, Kelvin Mbambo, and Angel Cañete. Good understanding of the culture here. Yeah, Paul Duran's approaching the peak of his career. We should look to build around him to maximize his abilities. Yeah, I love the fact that Duran is just entering the prime of his career and he's like the old man. Because we got a core of guys that are like from 21 or like 20 to 23 years old that basically, if we just grew those guys together, I think we'd be competing for La Liga right now. Like with no additions to the team or having to go out and do anything else. I think we'd be competing for the league basically immediately. Good night, big man. Thank you for being awesome. Amen. Honestly, I feel like Paul Duran's demonstrated himself as more of a captain with the way he's handled that situation. He's not. I was worried he was controversial. He's not controversial, but he is fickle. He just has high ambition. Fickle just means he has high ambition over loyalty. That's all that means. It's often paired with controversy, but not with him. He's plenty loyal to $5 million a year. Yeah, no, we're paying him enough to be loyal. That's for damn sure. We knew what we were getting when we signed him, though. This guy's a one-of-one stud in our system. A one-of-one absolute stud muffin in our system. We very quickly discovered he didn't have much more room to grow. That's totally fine. Cucurella, I don't like that Hashemi is still considered a highly influential player. Otero, Van Royen, Evande, Sosa, Rubio, Gerardo. We got a couple of fickle dudes. Ruben Gerardo is also fickle. Club form merits international call up. They're saying he should be a Spanish international. It's just such a hard national team to break into. Who's he competing with for those spots? Juan Rubio, who's a ridiculous 23-year-old at Manchester United who's like just insane. Nico Williams is still there. And Lamine Yamal. Then PSG's Unai Etzeburu, that we've known about for a while. Not that he really play there anyways. And then Alberto Malero, a 29-year-old at Villarreal who's objectively amazing. Fermin is just 30 years old. He could probably take Fermin's spot. I think he's better than Fermin. I don't know about Jeremy Pino. And Mark Gui. Oh, he could take his spot. He should take his spot. Ruben Gerardo needs to. And then they've got Mark, the young kid, in there. And they've got Eugeni Fabrega. I don't even know who the hell Eugeni Fabrega is. He didn't look that good. Gerardo can. He's not going to start, but he can make the end of the bench for sure, man. All right. You gonna stream 15 hours a day this week? Something like that, yeah. 15, 10, then 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. I'm doing 10 tomorrow. Now, really, the only two options for captain of this team are Kelvin Mbambo and Anel Cañete. This is a big decision, because the moment I make this decision, basically set in stone until these guys leave the club. Because neither Kelvin Mbambo or Angel Cañete is going to believe that there is a much better captain on the team than them. And we always believed Mbambo was the captain in waiting, because when do you have such a good player that also has such good leadership? And then somehow we ended up with a star player that has 18 leadership that has come out of nowhere to take that spot. Loret Rubio for Vice. The problem is I think it's going to be Mbambo and Cañete. If Cañete hadn't signed, Miguel Rubio is an obvious candidate to be a number two. But Guilherme Neves, 11 p.m. in Brazil, needs some rest. All right, I'll see you later, my man. Please remember to sleep. Oh, I'm going to sleep, yeah. I mean, if I stream 15 hours, that's 9 hours where I'm not streaming. That's plenty of time to, like, shower, unwind, sleep, you know, a good 7-8 hours. It's going to be Mbambo and Cañete. Either we promote Mbambo and move Cañete to vice, or we just move Cañete straight to captain and keep Mbambo the vice captain. Have I literally been doing FM all 12 hours so far? Maybe. So what if I have? Mbambo has to be captain. It's his turn. I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, captain is earned. I mean, both of these guys are projected to be at the club long term. I expect both Kelvin Mbambo and Angel Cañete to be at this club for a long time. That doesn't really factor into it as much. What city is Mbambo from? I actually have no idea. It's from Helsinki. Nothing fancy. Dude speaks like 40 languages. Finnish, English, Spanish, Swedish, fluent.
My
French,
wife is tired
good.
of me making
Swahili,
references
Italian,
to ska
basic.
music. She hasn't said anything, but that's the impression that I get.
My wife is tired of me making references to ska music. She hasn't said anything, but that's the impression that I get. Dude, I'm sorry. I don't get it, Free. I don't know enough about the music there to be able to get that one.
Hey,
Somebody
Zealand,
that does
your
needs to
videos
appraise
have been
that joke.
amazing with helping me learn the game. Knowledge-wise, it's given me a good FM base.
Didn't expect that one to be a joke. I'm going to give it a B. Respectable. It's a song name, C+. All right, I'll back it up. I'll back up what Mad Cratter says. I respect you, Mad Cratter. You wanted somebody to say that to you in real life, I think. I respect you for knowing that. Very impressive. All right. Chat, YouTube, and Twitch, I want you to type in who would be your captain and vice captain in the chat. I'm gonna go start water boiling for my pasta. And when I come back, I'll see in the chat who you guys think should be your captain. Kanyete with the 18 leadership and 15 teamwork, fickle personality, or is it Kelvin Mbambo, longer tenured, been the vice before? And do you slip Rubio into vice, or do you let that go to Kanyete in that situation? I'll be back. Should be like a minute. Whoa, I'm back. I had to actually clean the dish that I was going to use. Took a little bit longer than I anticipated. My bad, my dude. All right, let's see what you guys said. On YouTube, we have Cañete Captain, Imbambo Vice. We have Imbambo. And then Imbambo with Cañete Vice every time. And then Imbambo. That 18 leadership speaks for itself. Imbambo for Vice. Mans would complain if he got removed because no one else deserves the armband besides Cañete. And we've got some people saying Imbambo. Captains Imbambo, Cañete, Imbambo, Cañete, Imbambo, Cañete. This is one of the more divisive questions that's ever faced this club. Imbambo, Cañete. Captains Imbambo, Vice is either Cañete or Rubio. Has to be Imbambo. He has his own song. Peepo Riot, Cañete for captain. Imbambo. Captain Imbambo and Cañete. I already set the alarm to go check on the, I'm just boiling water right now. A chat divided against itself cannot stand. Left wing back is a traditional position at the club. That's true. We're not looking at the tradition of the club here, chat. Left wing back is a traditional position at this club. Francesco Varela held it for years. It is a part of our system that is, very, very highly thought of. For whatever that's worth. It's kind of wild that neither of these guys have any consistency or big match either direction. That's just kind of weird. All right, there's a poll going on Twitch. There is an active poll going on Twitch. What's it saying? Vote your conscience, chat. I'm going to vote as well, and I'm going to mute myself so there isn't a massive echo. Vote your conscience. No, I'm not going to listen to the poll. I'm just I'm just interested to see what the poll's going to say. It doesn't mean I'm going to listen to it. No, you're mistaken. You're mistaken. I'm not going to listen to it. All right. Is there anything else that's going to inform me about the in-game stuff for the captain? Or what the captain does? I know what the captain does, but anything I can hover over to give me some nice wording from the game? I see. I'm trying to buy the light. But I can't even find the captain. I know I've found it before. I know it's somewhere. Yo, nice, Lions. Good work, my dude. Congrats on 7th in the J1. Hashemi for captain. Finally, somebody with some logic. It was, of course, the vote was incredibly close on Twitch. Gave it to Imbambo with 54% of the vote. $51 votes to 43 votes in the Twitch chat. Dynamics. Captains. There you go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Did you know? Yeah, I didn't know that was how you got to captain. I used to at some point. Level-headed versus media-friendly as the media handling style is really what's given me pause here. There is one other thing I can do before we have to continue, which would be work on the Adam Gallagher transfer. There is nowhere for Adam Gallagher to go, mainly because Adam Gallagher does not want to leave, which is rather annoying. Rather annoying. This is no doubt the most I've ever agonized over a captaincy decision. Because let me be abundantly clear, both of these players are deserving of the captaincy. I mean, Angel Cañete is an unbelievable leader, right? A galvanizer of men. They both have great, determination, right? Which is such an important attribute when it comes to the ability to commit and succeed and, push other people to commit and succeed. They actually have the exact same determination, right? They both have such high teamwork. They both don't have any issues with big matches or consistency. They bring they're able to handle high pressure situations. They bring their lunch pail. They perform every day. I think that in this situation, who's longer at the club in Bombo? So Angel Cañete joined last year, the beginning of last year, on a deal that was $25 million up front, $50 million over the next 3 years. Something we feel very comfortable about paying off. He had a total of 6 goal contributions in his career up to this point. Clearly wasn't being utilized correctly. We knew what he could be. We utilized him correctly. He tied the all-time assist record for La Liga in his first season in the league with 7 goals as well. Has only been here for 1 year. Kelvin Mbambo has been the vice captain now for a couple of years. He's played 3 years with the club after joining for $1.4 million from HJK. He was loaned to Juve for part of that year. He didn't end up signing a deal there. He signed with us instead and has immediately become a great player. And we assumed was being groomed to be the captain of the club, because how many times do you have a star winger with 15 leadership, 14 teamwork, 15 determination, just a guy that gets the boys going? But like I said, then Cañete comes in and he's just like a one-of-one leader, just, a guy that is just an incredible leader at the club. Kelvin Mbambo ended the season with 21 goal contributions last year. He's, he struggled a little bit with injuries 2 years ago, but last year he was able to play 35 matches and had it absolutely rolling. You got me addicted to this game, and now I'm too emotionally invested. I once dented a trash can because I failed to make it into the Champions League. It happens. Just make sure to take it out on inanimate objects. Take your leave. And yeah, but it's not like the weird thing is Mbambo's personality is not good. Fairly Determined is fine, right? They're both very similar ages. They both play for their national teams. Kelvin Mbambo is a superstar for Finland. Cagnette is the starting left back for Germany, which is something that's definitely been cemented by his form over the last year. He's got 11 caps already. This hockey game's threatening my heart rate. Dude, anything to not have to make this decision. Flyers, Canes. Nice. Boo. That sucked. So Kelvin Mbambo's attributes aren't that good. I think they're actually very similar attribute-wise. I think Mbambo obviously has more competition in his position, but Mbambo is a unique combination of mental stick-to-itiveness and mental toughness with creativity. Hell of an athlete and has a high technique level, so it gives him the chance to execute a lot of his creative ideas. He's a better dribbler than his dribbling attribute would indicate because of his technique and his creativity. Now, I don't care if the water's boiling, man. We got to do this. I got to pick. Mbambo. Cagnette will have plenty of opportunities to captain. He will be the second guy. It's Mbambo. Cagnette will be on the field more than Mbambo because of the depth at Mbambo's position and the way we like to rotate that position more. Cagnette will be there. I am going to sort this by leadership. Souza, Urbanek, Avando, Gerardo. We have a really good leadership team. Like, really good. We're going Kelvin Mbambo and Angel Cagnette. Kelvin Mbambo is the captain. Cagnette will be able to lead the boys in a lot of matches. He will wear the armband a lot, but he's only been here 1 year. And, you know, I just think he's a little worse mentally in terms of the influence that he's going to bring to the team. And Kelvin Mbambo is going to be able to give us everything that we need there. I think the seniority take it. The Canes just scored like the moment I looked. And that's 2-0 to the Hurricanes. Must be really nice for them to have a nice walk in the park all the way to the conference finals to get smacked every year. Well, we have to play juggernauts in the first round. Anyways. All right, I can hit continue. Kelvin Mbambo's the new captain of the club. I gotta go put the pasta in. I'll be back in 10 seconds. Did it? I haven't really followed hockey since the old Sharks core dissolved. Nice. What do we stroll? Oh, yeah, we were playing a bad team. We were playing like one of the local teams. Holy smokes. They've signed Tyler Hilliard-Scowen for $66 million total. Via Meal getting an offer from Nacional in Portugal and NEC in the Eredivisie. Nope. Not bad offers, but we want him to stay in Spain so that he can keep working on his nationality. Wow, 4 different academies have offered a loan. Wow, what an opportunity to play at the academy level for Kevin Castro. What a chance for him to, really get those games, get that experience in the U.S. academies. Dude. How in the world are we already at a 99-person scouting report? That's pretty insane. Pedro Pimenta. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be available to us anytime soon, but I appreciate the scouting effort. Wilfred Singo. Hopefully this is 21 to 26 million, 32-year-old defender. Absolutely, yeah. I don't think I would want to spend that amount of money on him, but he runs out of his contract after this year, so lock in. That guy could actually be somebody that we want. Roger Fernandes. Oh my goodness, he's making $40 million a year. Pimenta doesn't really have a lot of holes in his game. He's full of spice. All right. Straight to the stockades for that one. Oh my God, it's Alan Vega. We had this guy in our loan army for a long time and then let him go for free. And somehow he has managed to manipulate his way back up. We scouted him. Why? Why did we scout him? For whom? For what purpose? Why? Dude, somebody in the YouTube chat just goes, my Nashville Predators are experts at causing pain. And then somebody just goes, Preds. Hockey is alive and well in the YouTube chat. You scout. Oh. I scouted the Martinique Gold Cup team and they got second. That's why we scouted them. You're very right. I literally told him to scout that guy. It was literally me. Strahil Saromahov. Quite a decent player at left wing back here. Doesn't feel comfortable in big matches, though, and that is just an absolute killer for me and the guys I'm thinking about signing. Christian Rama. Mallorca, Albania national team center back. Keep a keen eye. Felix Olsen. Good. This is what I want to do. I want to clear out these guys. Yeah, because there's going to be a couple of good ones, but most of them are going to be bad. This is a 20 jumping reach right wing back. Ryan Noble with 18 acceleration. This guy's got such a weird vibe. I don't know. Strange bird right there. Evan Bell. I really like that guy. He's a hell of a player. The non-EU thing is just killer, but he's a hell of a player. Bakir Kurt. 18-year-old left back. I mean, dude, the fullbacks have got better jumping reach than the center backs right now in the scouting report. Rasmus Snib. We got my boy Rasmus Snib over here. Rasmus Snib. Fakest name ever. Personally, I love the name Rasmus Snib. I think it really brings the whole room together. Augustine Francois. I can't believe I'm saying this, but yes, he stays. Brian Turan. He's 5'11", no jumping reach. But unlike all these other guys that have no jumping reach, he actually brings it with the strength and the speed. Covers ground really well. I'm going to put him on the cheaper list. Carlos Santa Cruz. The guy that moved to Union Berlin. Remove him from the Keep a Keen Eye list. Andrew Mondesir. Mauricio Gonzalez. Feel like I didn't get a look at a lot. I mean, there's no way for me to prove this at all, but I feel like I didn't get a look at a lot of the guys that I was hoping to get a look at. From all those youth national things that I scouted, I feel like we didn't really get reports from a lot of those guys. I don't know why that would be necessarily, but couldn't tell you. I just have a sneaking suspicion we didn't get reports from a lot of them. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we scouted a ton of youth national teams. And we didn't get reports from any of them. $3:40 a.m. here in the UK. I should probably go to sleep. Rihi, yes, I would imagine so. Is there an explanation for the lack of real quality at center back? Not really. Could just be the world we're in right now. I don't know, but they're definitely, at least we haven't been able to find wonder kid center backs that seem to be more well-rounded, right? I've heard of God's Power Tower. Nice. But have I signed somebody because of their name? Yes, I have. 100% I have. Most well-rounded center backs are also 5'10". Yeah, there is obviously an issue in the game with the lack of height of players. It positions that normally demand height. Like, it's pretty consistent. You find goalkeepers that don't have good size, which might be more normal than, like, you just really consistently find center backs that just don't have good size. They like have this world-class potential, but then they just don't have the size and the ability to use it. I like Ahmed El Shamari. Star for the Qatari national team, has EU nationality, 23 years of age. Very good template to build on, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Michael Sonda. Why did my scouts hate this guy? Why do they hate Michael Sonda? I think he's a perfectly acceptable, perfectly likable guy. Johannes Faulkner. Central midfielder, plays nowhere else. 23 years of age. Anderlecht still trying to loan him, and Everton's trying to buy Johannes Faulkner. I think we're just going to go ahead and drop that. I don't see that changing. Nelson Jallo, 23-year-old from Tajikistan. Look, I love it. I love it. I don't have the ability to continue to love it. I don't have the ability to continue to love it. I don't. Eventually, I'm going to have to accept the fact that he's not going to be good enough to play for my first team. I'm going to have to accept. Since when is Osijek charging $25 million? I mean, really. So this guy's 19 caps for Colombia. Do they not have any right backs in the country? PSV are apparently interested in trying to bring in Ronaldinho Higuaita. Yeah, we'll keep him on the short list, but it's mostly for the name at this point. Watching Idaro, not somebody we want to keep in the wonder list. Not somebody that's really worth tracking at all. Jakob Krejci, I think we can drop that. Nicholas Frank. Do 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 do. I have him as a yes for the B team because he's a really high quality player that is not seen as having high potential and is largely overlooked while he's playing for Karlsruhe. I think that's fine. Tomoyuki Shigehiro should be on the yes list 100%. And he is. Okay. Francisco Escobar. He's on the Wonder Kid list. He stays there. Gabriel Ibishi. Gabriel Ibishi. Can't defend. Can't really move that well. He's 23 years old. Get him off my list. Bryce Vallad. What's Gen AI up to these days? Dude, I have no idea. He's just keeping the vibe up, you know? A flippin' 5? Ooh, we do have a flippin' 5. We do have a flippin' 5. Bryce Vallad. Star player at Union Saint-Gilloise. He loses it in the mental side of the game. A really good player at the level that he plays at, and I just don't see how he'd ever end up on my team, though. Kofi Amwako. Paco Herrera. 19-year-old Spanish center back who has some tools. He is a beast physically. He should definitely be somebody that we keep an eye on. Dries Rajuni. 22-year-old left back from the Netherlands, plays no other positions. We had him as a B team yes guy. Yeah, I'm going to leave him there. All right, I got to go get my pasta. Don't forget me. Oh my God. Cheaper. Break the addiction. It's flipping time? Oh, baby, I got back just in time for some flipping time. Here we go. What's that say, chat? It says 12. 12 hours in. 88 to go. Cheers to that. 12 hours in and 88 to go, my dudes. We're just cruising. Absolutely cruising. I feel like I am fully in cruise control at the moment. Any YouTube videos? What's Tom FM up to these days? What's he doing? How many trophies can I win in 10 seasons starting unemployed? You know how long it would take me to do that? So long. What's up, Matt? Yeah, only 3 hours left tonight, true. But I am really just cruising. I feel good. Probably take me 6 FM cycles. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Look at that. Squared spaghetti. Squared spaghetti with the good stuff. Oh, man. I just did the flip. You missed it. You're good. It's right there. We're flipped to 12. Oh. Every team gets promoted or relegated. That's goofy. Fun. Definitely fun. You know what I never did? I don't think I ever watched B Ford's video that I was in. I did, apparently. Or I just clicked to the end. Let's watch that. I'm going to watch something while I eat. I don't think I can do scouting reports while I eat. This is B Ford is this YouTuber. And I went to this match together. It was the first match of a team in the USL Championship in the United States.
New York City has a new soccer team.
Okay. What do we got, Jake?
For years, New York soccer has belonged to 2 teams. New York City Football Club and New York Red Bull. But now a third club has entered the fights. Welcome, Brooklyn FC, a club that is about to make their debut in the United Soccer League. A league that is
Pardon me. I just need some time to eat, really. I can't really click and eat at the same time. Can you guys hear okay? No, probably not.
Will be Brooklyn FC's first in their club's history. So, I'm gonna give you a watch. And I'm super interested to know, first, how many fans show up. Second, does this team have the potential to take over New York City FC or New York Red Bull? And third, why does this team play on a baseball field?
Right, we have approximately 3 hours until the match kicks off. We are beginning things right here in the heart of New York City, right next to the Empire State Building. The match, of course, is in Brooklyn, their stadium in Coney Island, which it says it's going to take about 1 hour on the train, which honestly, for New York, isn't.
It was a pretty long ride.
First, though, I'm going to go meet up with a friend.
Here we go. What's up, brother?
Yo.
Come on. We got the man Zealand here. What are your expectations for the game today, brother?
Well, I know we're going to watch a match in a baseball stadium. This is the first match ever, and I think part of that is that nobody has any idea what's about to happen over the course of the rest of this video. We're pitch side in a baseball stadium.
You got the tickets. We're pitch side.
Oh, well, you know, I got you.
Let's get to the stadium, boys. Come on.
I saw B Ford a few years ago and he was from New York. He's not from New York. He's from Ohio. He lives in New York. We both live in New York.
All right, we have arrived in Coney Island.
And here we are, the world famous Coney Island as well. Most of you would probably know it for the 4th of July hot dog eating contest. Shout out my man Joey Chestnut. I would love to know if you guys are watching from outside the US, have you heard of Coney Island before? This area used to be extremely popular like 60, 70, 80 years ago. It's
Have
really
you?
cool. It's right on the beach. There's a massive amusement park.
Have you
It's a
heard of
little
Coney
old,
Island
it's
before?
A little run down, but I genuinely think this is an incredible spot for a soccer team to sort of set their ground roots at and try to grow here, try to revitalize this area. The only issue,
I've heard of
they
it.
play in a
Okay.
baseball stadium, and we are headed that way now. 30 minutes.
I didn't know how popular it was outside the U.S. Oh, no.
All right, so this is really funny right here. This sign says Coney Island is Cosmos country. The New York Cosmos are another football club, soccer team that was here in New York. They were back here in like the 70s. That's the team
Assume
that
it's
Pelé
mostly
actually
Americans
played
at this
for.
point,
The New
and
York
South
Cosmos.
Americans.
I actually think they just restarted the team now. Actually, I think New York has like four or five teams now. They're trying to start so many different teams here in New York. But the Cosmos were the original team that played here in Coney Island, and now Brooklyn FC are. I guess they have replaced them now. All right, I've spotted the baseball stadium. There it is, dead ahead. This is gonna be really fun, boys. Literally documenting the experience. The first ever game in this club's history will be super interesting to know in like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Imagine this becomes the biggest club in America. Just for reference, you got the amusement park this way. You have the stadium right here, and then we'll do the full 360. That's Zealand right there filming something. And then the beach is right there.
I befriended those little kids that were walking around that like
Zealand's got
circle
the
thing.
tickets. We're heading in. Thank you. Oh, we got hats. Let's go. Cheers. Thank you. Let's go. We got
Into the
we got
baseball
3 hats.
stadium.
Put that thing on, man. Come on. So the first 1,000 fans get a free hat. And
Did
then
you
they
think
also
it was
get
gonna
a
fit my head?
as well, which is incredible. Oh yeah, you do have a big head. This is honestly a beautiful setup right
You
here.
didn't,
There's
did
a
you?
bunch of teams that play on baseball stadiums in America. It can be a little weird, but you got the stadium right here, and then all of the seating right here. All right, we're exploring the stadium. They just made an announcement that the team that Brooklyn FC are playing, they're called Indy 11. Their team bus is late, so the game's delayed by 30 minutes, and they announced that all beers are half price in the stadium.
We're going to get tanked.
This is currently the line we are waiting in to claim our free hot dogs.
Spoiler.
I can see the end.
It was
Somewhere
impossible to
down
get tanked because it took so long to get a beer. The concessions got overwhelmed. They weren't prepared for the number of people that were at the game.
All right, took us literally about 40 minutes. We got our ticket for our free hot dog. We have made it to the front of the line. Literally about to miss kickoff of the first ever Brooklyn FC game because we're waiting for hot dogs. 5 minutes. Can we get a hot dog in 5 minutes? All right, we got our hot dog. We waited about 40 minutes. The match, though, has officially kicked off. Missed kickoff for the first game in this club's history because I was waiting for a Nathan's hot dog. The stadium
Worth it.
pretty full, though. I would
Worth it.
say, I don't know, maybe like half the seats, maybe like 30, 40% of the seats are filled, which very good for this team's first ever game. They almost just scored. All right, trying to find my man Zealand right now. He said he hooked it up with tickets like right on the field, and I think he's down there. I've lost.
I was
him.
literally
Right
just
down
recording on the
pitch
field,
side. Brooklyn
too.
FC with a penalty. Right behind us is their chance to score their first goal in club history.
Obregon! Obregon! Soaring and
It's a
scoring
really good pen.
for Brooklyn's first championship goal!
Oh, he's got it! He's got it! Golazo on the celebration! Go on! Come on! Let's go!
My dad asked me over dinner if I had seen the new movie, Constipation. I said no. That's because it never came out.
Let's go! Yeah, that was incredible. I don't know how we're going to be able to top that. First goal in the club's history right in front of us. They come celebrate right in front of my camera. We're documenting history here,
B.
boys. Away team Indy 11 Has
I talked to these guys for a while. They're
There's
football manager
approximately,
enjoyers.
like 5 fans right there, which is quite impressive because Indianapolis is like, I want to say like a 10-hour drive from here in Brooklyn. So
They flew.
did they fly? Okay,
Oh, I don't-
they flew. So maybe like a.
I literally did the same thing in person that I just did now. I was talking by him saying it. And I heard him say it. Yeah, they flew. Because I talked to him for a while. Oh, wow, that's so funny. I guess I am who I am. I don't know.
2-hour flight and an hour.
Very
drive.
predictable.
10-hour drive would be crazy. Respect if they did that.
All right, Zealand, first goal in club history right in front of us.
Thoughts? Spectacular. I mean, I don't know in all of my years of even doing this sort of stuff if I've ever had seats this good. It's really cool. But I think obviously this being the first match, the obvious sense of history around everything that's happening in this game. I mean, everybody had their phones out. This is the first goal.
Yeah, first goal in club history.
Way to set the tempo too.
Yeah.
They look way better.
It'll be interesting if this club exists in like, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 years. If it does, we saw the first ever goal. We were here. You were watching.
Also, one thing important to note with these teams, USL, this is like kind of the second division of soccer in America. Most of these players come from like MLS teams. They're former MLS players. They're on loan from MLS clubs. A lot of them too are like younger players trying to work their way into MLS, and this is one way to do it. I think in this league, the USL Championship, the league minimum, I think it's $2,600 a month. I think, which is quite low, but big ups to Brooklyn FC. We got a little swag back here. All right, here's what we got from the club. Up first, we got another hat. This is a very nice hat. I'm gonna put this one on. I love my hats. They gave me a Brooklyn FC branded beer.
I still have this in my fridge.
Or save it forever.
I still have this literally in my refrigerator.
And we got ourselves a scarf. I'll try to give this away to one of you guys in the comments. Just comment, I don't know, comment anything. Did we get a goal? Oh, Indy 11 should have scored.
Oh, the away end's devastated. Look at this guy.
The away on the Yo, defeat on the face of that man.
Wide open.
Oh, it was a wide open net.
Of the net, and it slid off the side of his foot.
Going through it. Going through it.
Knocks it across. Wide, sharp.
Dude, that miss. Oh my goodness. I was watching it while he was filming. And
Slid off the side of his
dude.
foot.
Rendon knocks it across. Wide, sharp.
And that is halftime. One
Diabolical
game.
miss.
Cannot complain about that first half. Goal right in front of us, man.
Justified reaction from the Indy 11 fan. 100% justified reaction from the Indy 11 fan having to go through that. That was terrible.
We got our hot dog. I think we're going to go to the other end for half two. I also wish we could ride one of these roller coasters, but amusement park is closed, sadly. Yo, we got some fans. Wave. Let's go. Okay, halftime.
Like and subscribe is crazy. The kids are lost. I didn't even go in the team store. That hoodie's pretty sick, though.
Not much stock left. Seems like they're selling out of pretty much everything. Jerseys are completely gone. Whew. Right, I'll be back at some point. I'm gonna need a jersey eventually. All right, half two is underway. New Zealand and I have made ourselves to the Brooklyn FC Ultra section, somewhat of an Ultra section. There's like 50 people here. One guy's got a cowbell. It's the first game.
You guys had cowbells.
Is what we're working with right here. Also, Brooklyn FC attacking on this end, so hopefully we get some goals right in front of us. All right, the commemorative Brooklyn FC beer can.
More
is being
cowbell.
cracked. Come on! Oh, what a save! Crazy save from the goalkeeper, whose name, I think the goalkeeper's name is Dick, right? We confirmed that? Confirmed, this guy is a dick. Come on!
That was a great revelation of the second half. Great revelation of the second half.
20 minutes left.
Apparently he played in MLS for, or no, he won the USL Championship last year.
Here we go.
That
We're getting
goalkeeper.
one more goal. Come on, boys. There it is. Hey, sir, referee. It's a goal right here. Calling it right now.
Oh, yeah.
They want to sneak in so bad. Here we go. Ref's about to blow his whistle. We're about to witness the first win in Brooklyn FC history.
All right, I'll let it run. I gotta go get another. I gotta go get another bowl of pasta, dude. I'll let the video run. I'll leave my headphones on so I can hear what's happening, so I can provide any necessary commentary.
There it is. Win one of hopefully many for this club. Here come the players over to salute the fans. All right, there it is, boys. Video complete. We have just documented Brooklyn FC's first goal, first win, first ever game. If you're new to this channel, I'm trying to document football all over the world, specifically before the World Cup. I just want to go to a bunch of matches in America to try to showcase soccer, football in America to you. So subscribe if you guys like this kind of stuff. We'll see 10, 20, 30 years if this team is still around, if they're successful. Or football's a crazy game, man. It's expensive to run a team. It's hard when you have so much competition in a city as big as New York City as well. We'll look back on this video for years to come to see how this team has progressed. If you guys haven't watched my 21 matches in 21 days series, I'm gonna leave it linked right here. Give it a watch if you guys like these types of videos. We'll see you for the next one.
I didn't know how long the video was. I didn't know it was gonna end. Oops. I guess I should have figured it was gonna end. Yeah. Australia World Cup goals. I experienced the American FA Cup. Now, all right. I'm gonna put down the second bowl at lightning speeds, chat. Warp speeds. Wear the Brooklyn hat for the next Melilla match. I do have it. It's literally right in my room. What could I... Oh, I know what we'll put on. We just watched the intro to the last Hidden Grounds. I love this intro so much, dude.
It's being called a catastrophe of major proportions.
Largely controlled by criminal gangs.
Terribly effect gang violence has had on children in Haiti.
When you heard news from Haiti, it's always gang, always politicians stealing money. There is no good news. If there's one thing we can save Haiti, is football.
300 Spartans meet your Persian Empire. The champion of Haiti.
Ad,
This is one of Mexico's best teams in the North American
The new Hidden
Championship.
Grounds is coming out soon.
Football is full of stories that pit the little guy against the big guy. A small club that makes a deep cup run destined to be crushed by their overgroomed, overpaid overlords. The big match is a few days away, but this one is different. This one feels different because this team comes from, lives in a place that I can't imagine. I can't conjure even a glimpse of Haiti in my mind. I travel the world searching for football or soccer's best stories, and yet Haiti is a blank page. The latest chapter in one of history's greatest stories. But I hear the noise, the gang violence, the corruption, the despair. I came to the Caribbean with a sense of dread that maybe I wasn't the right person to fill in that blank page. A white boy from such aggressive American suburbia, I was practically born with a golden retriever, 2 kids, and a mortgage. How can I relate to him? Or him? Or him? I searched for an answer.
Took about
and I
5
found
seconds.
Dominoes.
And they were like, do you know how to play dominoes? I was like, nope. And they're like, cool, we're going to take your money. I was like, all right. Sounds good, boss.
To start filling in that blank page of modern Haiti, what it is now and where it's going, we start with Real Hope Football Academy and its founder, Jenner Pierre. He is the embodiment of what gets ignored about Haiti, a skilled businessman, both rational and optimistic, with worldly experience. He spent some of his youth in the United States. He met his wife there, and his kids still live there. But he lives and works in Haiti.
It's more normal than most people think. I mean, if you close your eyes and look here, it's very similar, except here have better infrastructure.
Why did you move back then?
Haiti offers a unique opportunity that most people don't understand. Being there, you see nothing.
Watch an old stream of yours, Southampton Underday rebuild. You're talking about how under your umbrella of Zealand Corp, you have 7 people working, the majority of them had no experience editing prior to coming on board. How was the experience of teaching them how to edit?
People have to bring that change. I think the people that get to travel.
It's kind of a self-sustaining thing, to be honest with you.
I guess you could say.
It's like, well, I trained the first guy or the first couple of guys, and then the next person would join, and then you
I think that's the only way that real change is going to come to Haiti.
So you didn't run away from Haiti. You ran.
The other people that you've trained, I mean, honestly, the head of content, Reese, is a way better editor than me now. I haven't really edited at that level in years.
Real Hope was founded,
and so he takes over the training now. You know, like it becomes a self-cleaning system in a way.
Despite the league not running for a couple of those years, they've overthrown 100-year-old clubs to win their first domestic league title last year in a football-mad country, which they celebrated accordingly.
You're basically on your own. The state itself is basically non-functional. I'll give you even a bigger example. You get kidnapped or something. You can't call the police and for them to try and figure out what happened and all this. Only thing everybody says is, well, sell your house, sell your car, sell something so you can come up with the money so you can get out. And this is just common knowledge. So the state is non-existent.
Especially in Cape Haitian, because you're farther away from.
Yeah, we're further away from the capital. So really, you just deal with your peers.
This was one of the first key things I had to learn. Haiti is not a monolith, and Real Hope is from a northern city called Cape Haitian, quite far from the heart of Haiti's current darkness, the capital of Port-au-Prince. But the kids, they come from all over, funneled to Real Hope by a grassroots network of like-minded football people.
Well, how do you find the kids? You just walk around parks and...
As we've grown, it's gotten a lot easier because...
Yeah, it's kind of sad to watch back because the league actually doesn't exist anymore.
We're known for having
it like shut down.
And to giving young kids opportunity. So we have people...
Like we're in touch with them trying to help.
Hey, you know, I have a kid.
They're trying to like fund their own league, basically.
So we're like, okay, so then we send them the bus money and send the kids to us. So
there is like a function.
This part is crazy. Listen to this.
Yeah. But it's unique, to say the least. If you want to come out of Port-au-Prince to come to Cape, you get on a motorcycle, and the motorcycle take you to the next town. And then in the next town, you get on a little small bus that take you halfway. And then when you get to like Hampshire area, you get on another bus that brings you to Cape. So there's ways to move around the country. You just have to know what you're doing.
What's the most important knowledge you've brought back?
Haiti functioned almost in pure chaos. And putting together this team, we were able to structure some type of normalcy. It has really become what we really expected it to become, which is just a door.
Imagine like that's your public transit. It's like just some dude with a motorcycle.
That this is possible. You can start here and you can still get to your dream.
Have you ever thought about doing a reconstruction or saga with a Brazilian team? I played as Zal Bernardo, actually, not that long ago.
What we have here was actually our very first player that left Haiti and went to the United States.
Denso Elise, the first member of a growing Real Hope diaspora. He spent time with Seattle Sounders, Inter Miami, and a couple of USL clubs before a string of catastrophic injuries left him out of a contract and coaching in Southern California. Pierre offered Denso the chance to come play with the team again for this tournament to relaunch his career. Denso is living, breathing proof of concept that it is possible to give
Denso's
young
a good
Haitian
kid.
footballers, young Haitian kids, an opportunity to give them hope.
I mean, the best thing I learned is like in life, they don't give you the opportunity unless you go for it. It's kind of like life in general. So in United States, they offer a lot of opportunity. You can go to school, you can do all stuff, but it's different in Haiti, so that's what we're looking for.
What did you know about the United States before you went?
My stepmom.
Do you want to know about his injuries, bro?
What did you know about the
Look at his legs. Look at the like massive scars that he has on both his legs.
Before you went?
My stepmom live over there. She probably explained me for something because I didn't speak English.
So all you spoke was French?
French, Creole. Yeah, I think that was a good thing for me when I don't see any people from kind of like same language.
It was about this time I noticed we were not alone. It was the matriarch of Real Hope.
Dude,
Jenna
she was
Pierre's
sizing me
wife,
up so
Jackie.
hard.
She was sizing us up.
You can say she's our mom.
Like really
The
intensely.
guy, Pierre, is our
Making
dad.
sure we weren't
This group we are here.
up to no
thank
good.
God for them. I mean, God sent them in Haiti to help the kids. Some of us could have been in the street, doing some maybe bad thing, maybe trying not to survive. Like Wabi said, he came from the bad environment. But why this guy don't stay in the street? He wants something. He wanna be better. Soccer, like it's a privilege to fight, keep fighting, keep living.
If you're wondering who Wabi is, it's this guy. And it's not just his absolutely elite hairstyle that makes him special. He is the team's leading scorer.
Did his knees explode?
The
I don't
miraculous
remember
upset
exactly
is going
what
to
happened.
happen. It will likely be Wabi that does it.
It was like
He
a
is
broken
also
leg and a
Denso
torn
Pierre
ACL.
from a rough neighborhood, specifically the commune of Cité Soleil.
Oh, yeah.
From a rough neighborhood.
Okay, so Wabi, dude, we were there and we're like, oh, is anybody from Port-au-Prince? And like 7 or 8 of the guys were from Port-au-Prince. And we're like, but all of them just go, you want to talk to Wabi? And then we would go, well, why do we want to talk? Oh, he's from the bad part of town. And we're like, bro, you're all from Haiti. Like, what do you mean he's from the bad part of town? Like, my mental image is already like, you guys are going through it to begin with. And they were like, no, he's from the bad part of town. Like the same way that, some pearl clutching like housewife in suburbia would be referring to the hood sort of thing. They were kind of just like, oh yeah, he's from like the bad part of town. Like we wouldn't go there. And I was like, oh, we need to talk to Wabi.
Specifically the commune of Cité Soleil in Port-au-Prince. According to any government you ask, you are not supposed to go anywhere in Haiti, and if you do, it is considered highly dangerous. It's clear to me already, though, that there are places in Haiti where people coexist and get about their daily lives much the same as the rest of the world. Cité Soleil is not one of those places. It is where the gang violence began, ripping through the Haitian capital after the assassination of Haiti's president in 2021. They expanded, conquered, and pillaged their way in a million directions for a million motives, funded by mysterious entities that everyone seems to be aware of, but no one can name. There are burnings, lynchings, and ludicrously evil things happening here. I say this not because it defines the people of Haiti. It doesn't. But it is too easy to pretend this sort of thing isn't happening, that such atrocities can be committed, and that people may have the gall to persevere.
Well, where are you from, and when did you sign for Real Hope?
Moi, je suis Port-au-Prince Cité Soleil et je commence à jouer dans le handicap en mars 2020.
What is his goal with his football career?
Et moi, l'objectif là, c'est ça, c'est représenter le pays. Malgré que j'ai été convoqué dans la sélection nationale là, une fois déjà, parce que j'ai fini meilleur buteur championnat national là en 2020. Et je pense que c'est tout rêve, moi, c'est jouer un contrat à l'échelle internationale et pour que j'aime Sodzia, pour que j'ai un bon moyen économique stable Et puis tout pour m'aider famille, pour m'aider amis, pour m'aider monde qui dans nécessité en plus tout m'ta me fait.
Every single one of them pointing him out like that is crazy. No, because they were I think they basically just wanted, like, Wabi's a quiet guy, amazing guy, but I think they just wanted him to like talk about where he was from. They weren't like outing him. They were like, no, like, talk to him. Like, we know you should talk to him. They were, you know, they were just like, you should talk to him. Like that's the guy you should talk to. He's got like a story, you know, basically. That's kind of the way it was. What did you feel when preparing to travel to such a dangerous place? So this was in the Dominican Republic. We're in the Dominican Republic right now. Not nearly as dangerous. We were in Santiago, which is not necessarily like a tour. There are touristy parts of the Dominican Republic. We were not in one. I was a little on edge for the first day or two. I'm a pretty seasoned traveler. I've been to like 50 something countries, but I'd never been to like rural Dominican Republic before. And they're like more comfortable with guns than we are. So we were sitting, the country is very cheap relative to the US. And so normally, like if we're in a lot of places, I'll just drive, but there were a lot of recommendations that we heeded, fortunately. Don't drive yourself in the Dominican Republic. Hire a driver. It's cheap. We hired a driver for the whole week that we were there. And that was great because the roads are just complete chaos. But the driver like parks and gets out of the car to go do something. And we're just it's just like me and my brother just sitting there. We've had a long travel day. And I all of a sudden, I just kind of like, Adler. And he's like, what? We had the windows down or something. And I'm looking down the cars, like we're in like a parking lot, and there's like 5 or 6 cars ahead. And there's just a dude walking in between the cars with a shotgun, like a sawed-off shotgun, in just like normal clothes. Right, so not military, not police, like just a dude in normal clothes with a shotgun just kind of walking back and forth, like looking at the license plates of the cars. And I'm like, what? You know, as one does, exactly. And so we're like, okay, we kind of just like, slide down. Like, I'm not going to make a scene or anything. Like, that nobody else seems to be alarmed by this guy. There's a few other people around. And our driver comes back and he just goes, oh, yeah, he's the parking lot attendant. I'm like, with a shotgun? Like, what do you mean the parking lot attendant just has a shotgun? Just walking around. Yeah, we got stopped at a military checkpoint at one point, and fortunately our driver was able to just talk us right through it. But no, I think the worst thing you can do if you're trying to do something like this is go in scared. Is because if you're interacting with Haitian people, they're used to people being scared or confused, or it's not just Haitian people, it's people from a lot of countries, you know? And so I really tried to, like, I sat there and played dominoes with them for hours. And there are tens of hours of unfilmed, like, we're just around them to the point where they would be comfortable enough with us to talk to us. Right? Because they don't, like, we come from such different worlds. They're like, you know, they are mistrusting of outsiders for very good reasons. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, there were some moments. Like, the funniest moment was, like, obviously, we have some pretty fancy looking camera equipment. And we're staying in one hotel room. So, you know, Adler's in one bed, I'm in the other. And in the middle of the night, the door just slams open. Like, boom! And I'm like, but I had put the door lock on. So whoever tried to open it hit the door lock like really hard. Woke me up fast enough that I knew what was happening. And just like boom, and I just went, whoa, bro. Like, what? So I just shot up in bed and I like woke Adler up. I was like, yo, something happened. I got up, I like looked down the you know, we were at a pretty nice hotel, right? Because again, the conversion is very favorable to the Dominican Republic. So like we were more comfortable in terms of amenities than we were on any other shoot that we've been on. And I look down the hallway and there's nothing there. And I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, all right, what if they try to come back? I had to wake Adler up. Yeah, he didn't wake up. I don't know. So Adler has already gone back to sleep. And I'm like, so what if they try to come back? That's going to be a problem. So I take, you know, I'm fully, because I am aware that I'm like a little outside of, you know, first world, whatever. And so I take like a knife from the like cutlery that they've left in the room and like put that under my pillow. And then I take like a bunch of different things, like a glass, and then I balance something on the glass, like a couple of different things, and put them near the door so that if somebody tries to open it slowly, they're still going to make a ton of noise so that like I would wake up and be able to figure out what was going on, because I was worried that they were going to like try to come back. And so I set all that up and I kind of just sit there for an hour and eventually I fall asleep again. And so I go, don't worry, this has a really stupid ending. I go to the desk the next morning because like after the whole shotgun stuff, this was the same night. So I'm just jumpy, you know, like you're willing to consider the possibility that something outside the bounds of normal stuff is happening. And so I go to the desk the next morning and I'm like, hey, somebody tried to get in our room last night. Like, do you have security footage of the hallway? Do you have whatever? And they go, yeah, like, let me take a look at it. Like, we absolutely do. We'll go take a look at it. And they come back like 5 minutes later and they're like, oh, because we switched the rooms around, the cleaning lady thought that was empty and the night crew tried to get in to clean it. I was like, dude, I was on high alert. I was like fully on high alert. And it turns out it was just the poor nighttime cleaning lady that thought the room was empty and then probably felt horrible because she just threw the door against the damn thing and realized there were people sleeping in there. And so, no, it ended up being fine. And it was a little weird going through like a military stop on the streets, but they're literally just asking for donations. It wasn't like a stick up where they're like looking for Americans in the car. They were just like asking for money. It's just a normal thing in their culture that was weird to me. But no, other than that, I felt really safe. Felt really safe around the entire Haitian team the whole time. Had to wake up super early though. Yeah, I think it's the whole like, and this is something you don't think about. I think it's like obviously electricity is a luxury in Haiti, and so these dudes wake up with the sun at like 6:30 in the morning. And so I, as somebody that sleeps until 10 every day, am fighting for my life by the end of this week because I'm trying to keep up with these guys that are waking up at like 5:30, 6 in the morning. Just because that's like when they wake up. But listen to what this guy's saying. It's so nice. Like to start a foundation.
Et mba se alep de sa, y ap konan pil bagay de Haiti, gan pil moun ki pat konen. Si Haiti de gan pil talent, c'est un plaisir pour nous, n'apwen nan match.
Such a nice dude. Yeah, a lot of these dudes have signed deals.
We are, of course, not actually in Haiti. Even if we hired the appropriate security and guides to be able to travel safely to Cape Haitian, we wouldn't be able to watch a match there. CONCACAF doesn't let Haitian clubs play within Haiti during continental tournaments, so we're tucked into the Cibao Valley. Santiago, Dominican Republic, about 3 hours from the Haitian border.
You know the funniest thing about this? I booked the hotel in Santiago, Chile. There's a hotel with the same name there. We showed up at the desk and they're like, we cannot find this reservation at all. And I'm like, no, I booked it at the Santiago blank. And they're like, this is the Santiago day blank. You booked a hotel room in Chile. Don't worry, we'll sort it out for you. And I'm like, I didn't live that one down for a while.
Armed with a lively Dominican driver, Adriso,
Oy, oy, oy.
and a Haitian Dominican translator, Curvins.
That dude
weaving
came
our
to
way
New York.
through
We actually hosted him in New York.
potentially lethal Dominican traffic. The relationship between Haiti and the Dominican Republic is, in a word, complicated. Despite their
Brutal.
shared island home, they've always been different, right down to the language. Also, sports.
Baseball!
The Dominican Republic produces some of the finest baseball players in the world. It's an obsession, much like football in Haiti. Pop-up games spring up after work, on weekends, wherever there's a field and a ball. Even at the university, where Real Hope is staying all month. It's a minor miracle that Real Hope can be here at all. In 2023, the president of the
That's
Dominican
the border,
Republic
by the way.
suspended all visas to Haitian citizens and threatened to close the border. Only a special visa waiver acquired with the help of a football club in Santiago allowed the team into the country. That football club is called Cibao FC, Santiago's biggest club and one of the best in the Caribbean. Real Hope.
Do they often get foreigners visiting for reasons like this? Haitians? No. Dominican Republic has some seriously strong tourist sectors because it's got some great beaches like way out on the east. Wemby has a double-double but only has 8 points. Blocks and rebounds. Nice. Nice. Now they what is kind of wild though is because the Dominican Republic has like functioning grocery stores and Haiti doesn't. We heard a lot of stories of like people live in Haiti and will like illegally immigrate in mass to like illegally cross the border to the Dominican Republic, just like all of them, just to go to the grocery store, and then they'll just drive back. Like take the motorcycle back, walk back, take the cart back. Like they will literally just like break into the Dominican Republic. In the Dominican Republic, obviously, like it's technically illegal, but they let it happen anyways. And then like they like all the there's a ton of grocery stores right on the border with Haiti, and the Haitian people just come over and get stuff from those grocery stores and go back. It's pretty wild. Yo, Lika, thank you so much for the raid, man. I'm eating right now. So we're just watching this the last Hidden Grounds documentary we made, and I'm telling stories from behind it. Having a good time. Hope you had a great stream, man. Thank you for raiding in.
Home field for this match is Cibao FC's stadium. For many of these players, it will be the biggest stage of their career. And a big reason for that is the opponent, Cruz Azul, the 9-time champions of Mexico. In a football-mad country of 130 million people with a sports infrastructure to match, they are one of the giants. They have fan podcasts, a 35,000-seat stadium that sells out routinely, and 18 players worth at least $1 million on the transfer market. Every time their bus leaves Santiago's finest hotel, it's followed by a full police escort.
They were staying at our hotel. We were able to get a lot of footage of the bus because we realized later that we were staying at the same hotel they were staying at.
The gap between these two teams is staggering in virtually every objective and subjective way. But Real Hope earned this chance, and head coach Harry Louis knows how tough it could be.
What kind of a different challenge is it to play a team from Mexico?
La vie, c'est ça. Depuis on fait résultat. Tout ça qu'on difficile ou bien impossible comme pas être possible. Automatiquement défini champion dans le championnat national spécial là et puis dans phase préliminaire dans CONCACAF là nous t'es passé. Nous connaissons que nous t'as pas attendu tout ça dans la première phase là et nous pas gagné tout.
Good thing they booked in the right country. All right. What nation do I think is going to win the World Cup? Spain. Final answer.
M'encourager tout le monde fait même travail là avec nous-mêmes. Vin en Haïti, déplacé, vin c'est le côté nous joindre avec haïtiens pour nous parler ensemble avec eux et puis Haïti a décrit nous Haïti gon l'autre réalité, ça dit des haïtiens, ça dit d'haïtiens, c'est pas ça du tout parce que nous avons pile bagaille positif là caille. Merci beaucoup.
God, this was such a cool experience. How much to read a bedtime story? I'll do it for free, man. I got little cousins. I read them bedtime stories sometimes.
It's not easy cooking for a large group, but it's definitely not easy.
Oh, we'll watch this segment about this lady and then we'll go back to FM.
Cooking for a large group of pro athletes for a month away from home with no kitchen.
They literally brought the cook. The cook stayed with them for a month in Santiago.
That's where Merlin Dauphin comes in.
How did Pierre get her to become the cook of the team?
Bon, c'est Marine qui t'a travaillé ensemble avec dans gaz propane. Il demandé yon moun, Marie demandé Marine yon moun et puis c'est lui qui représente nous.
Does she make this sort of dish all the time or does she mix it up every day?
Dimanche m'ke diri ça, lundi m'ka ki diri pour la ke pois noir, bien pois rouge, mardi m'ka faire sauce pois noir, légumes, du riz blanc. Ou du moins on compte faire bouillon tout les samedis soir.
That sounds a lot better than the McDonald's I eat every day.
Her cooking skill.
I try to make everybody laugh at least one time in an interview. It makes people so much more comfortable. Are any of these players in the FM database? Yeah, a solid number of them are. Like, some of them have caps for the Haitian national team. Some of them have played in MLS or USL before. Like, yeah, they do.
Are essential to the team's performance. On one team trip, she didn't go, and the players constantly complained about stomach issues, so ever since, no matter where they go, her food follows. Traditional Haitian cuisine is on the menu every day, and we ate it every day. At first, we didn't want...
We tried to turn it down, bro. I was like, no, I'm not going to take your food. And she was like, eat the food. And then we would, like, get away from her, and then Pierre would find us and be like, have you eaten the food yet? And we'd be like, dude. So I gave Pierre like $100 at the end of the trip. I was like, this is for all the damn food you gave us. Like, please take it. Like, in a handshake, like, snuck it in. I'm like, you can't give it back. You know, like, you cannot. I didn't want to take it because I was like, the food's for the players. And obviously the club, you know, is cash strapped as it is. It's always going to be. It's a club that plays in the Haitian League, you know? And so I'm not over here like, you know, oh, the YouTube crew demanded all this free food.
Want to impose, but after she overwhelmed us with Haitian hospitality, we had a heaping plate, and we were hooked. She's doing this every day for every meal, but it wouldn't be possible without this man.
Oh, I love this
Nelson.
dude.
He owns a restaurant near the university, and it is his back porch that we've stuffed a bunch of cameras on to film our very own Guy Fieri episode.
Nosotros conocemos a Daniel, que parece que es coordinador con el equipo y Cibao, porque estudió en ISA. Nosotros tenemos una buena relación por la cercanía con la gente del ISA y ellos se acercaron a nosotros desde que llegaron y les ofrecimos las instalaciones para que pudieran preparar los alimentos.
Do you get to try the food that they make often? Like, who makes the best food?
Sometimes.
That answer is so good. That answer is so good. You want to watch the full episode? Obviously, it's there, and so are all the hidden grounds. If you didn't know that was something that we did, you know. Yeah, that guy is a Dominican guy who's there with his like whole family, just hanging out all day on the porch. It was like the most Caribbean thing I've ever seen. And the lady was just cooking on the back porch every day. She was just out on the back porch, just cooking. What is this video? It's called Hidden Grounds. It's a documentary series that my brother and I do, where we travel to different countries for like great footballing stories. Yeah. It's 47 minutes long. I think we watched the first like 10, 12 minutes of it. The whole video is about a Haitian club that managed to make it to the last 16 of the CONCACAF Champions League. And they ended up playing against Cruz Azul. And so we went to cover Haiti's home game, which was played in the Dominican Republic, or Real Hope FA's home game, against Cruz Azul in the round of 16. That's a straight up guess. Nice. Absolutely nailed it, man. All right, let's get back into scouting. Let's find some good players. Vincent Kyans. Thank you guys for hanging out while I ate. I know that's probably not the sexiest stream content, but I have a good time telling those stories. What other games are we playing this week? Oh, we have a really fun week lined up. Long Dark, Trees Hate You, Shadows of Doubt, Crusader Kings, Project Zomboid. Obviously, a proper helping of Football Manager. We're doing watch-alongs, you know. It's going to be a really fun week. Storytime is my favorite. Oh my goodness, Alexa's still awake. Look at that. I think that was really cool. I really enjoyed that, and I'll be watching the series. Yeah, the ones we've done, the trial of the concept was we did NYCFC Derby in the Bronx. Then we did Faroe Islands. We covered the Faroese Club. We covered a match the Faroese Club played at home in the Conference League group stage. First Faroese club to make a European group stage, obviously. We covered the Gibraltar team that in the second round of the Champions League played at Copenhagen. So we just went with them to Copenhagen. And then back to Gibraltar. And then we did the Haiti one. Now, Greenland's my like pie in the sky dream that we cover the Greenland Cup. I think when it's a TV series, when it's like a TV show on a streaming platform, then we'll be able to do that. It's so logistically challenging, dude, because they hold the Greenland Cup like in the middle of nowhere. Like they pick a random, not a random city, but like they don't just hold it in the capital. They'll hold it like in places that you literally have to charter a special plane to be able to get to. You ever play Bannerlord? Yes. I streamed Bannerlord, actually. We streamed Bannerlord for a little while with like a mod that like gives that puts members of the chat in there. So we used that. That was cool. But then the problem is with the mod, when you put people into a city and then take them back out again, it would wipe the name off, and that just kind of ruined the mod for me, so we stopped playing after that. Elliot Ziegler, you suck! Mark Michaeli, the Mick. One of these days, Zealand will finish as Ottomans EU5. Nah, dude, EU5 scares the hell out of me. EU5 is big and scary. I need to take like a weekend where I don't have anything and learn it, and those are few and far between. But that's how I ended up getting into, Hearts of Iron. I just had a weekend where I was like, okay, I know I'm going to like this. We're just going to do it. We're going to bite the bullet. We're going to watch all the guides. We're going to figure out what the hell's going on. Ooh, he's unhappy. Oh, he's unhappy. He wants to move to a club with a stronger squad because Celta Vigo are bums. Put him on the yes list. Problem is, his opinion of his ability is probably going to be like crazy high. And so it's not really going to be the easiest move for us to pull. Gibert. Super pacey, explosive 21-year-old right wing playing for Barcelona that somehow they're not fitting into their team. Inigo Etsabe. No. Baron Janten. Well, I've long enjoyed Baron Janten, but I think it's clear that he just doesn't have it anymore. It doesn't have the ability to be our first team guy for us anymore. Bertrand Keita. Don't think we're going to be able to get anything off of a PSG. Off a PSG wonder kid. Probably not. Can tend to be fickle. Mathieu Leclerc. Nah, he sucks. Where do you want people to email you questions? I have an email attached to my YouTube channel. Just do that. I'm not always watching that email, but my team is. Blom did not sign. I was being lied to that he was interested. That was kind of a heartbreaking moment, but Blom did not sign. Yudi Marito. Bro, these loan... Can I turn off loan list notifications? What do you mean, man? Loan from feeder club's not it. Send to messages. What's the point of having all these options if the one thing that like just eventually ends up dominating your feed, which is young players you've scouted, and them all of a sudden being put on the loan list and that being like thrown at you? Toggle off. That might work. But it already had it send to messages. But who knows? This game is kind of obviously just buggy, so hopefully if I toggle that off, I'll stop getting, hey, this guy was loan listed. Dylan Keogh. Didn't you date Sabrina Carpenter? Did I miss that? So look at how many of these notifications are loan list notifications. And yeah, it makes me like check on this guy again, but it's literally like 50% of every scouting report and really dilutes the other stuff that I'm trying to focus on. Caden McCauley, 21-year-old Man City attacking midfielder. Nahuel Avendaño. And guess what? He was loan listed. All of them. It's just Man City just loan listing every player on their team. All of them have been loan listed forever. There is no other option. Guilherme. Shelton Akram. This is the first time that Z is live when I'm awake. And I only had to stream for like 13 hours to do it. Let's go, Jack. Back in those settings, request a report, scouted players placed on loan list. Please. Settings. Requested reports. Settings, request a reports. Where's request a reports? Filters, request a reports. The word loan was at the end of the sentence. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, you beautiful human being. Oh, thank you so much. Wow. Wow, I feel a weight rising off of my shoulders as we speak. I feel a weight lifting off of me. Oh, it's flipping time. Oh, baby. Well, here you go, chat. We've already flipped how many times? 12 times. Oh! Oh! I'm flipping out, baby. That's 13 times. That's 13 flips right there. I'm flipping out. It's getting crazy. What does that say? 13? I think so. 13 hours of streaming action. It's fun learning to count with you, Z. I am so glad I could help. Can we sign Miguel? Can you sign Miguel? Dude, now we've got the Black Greek dude, Periklis Krasnakidis. Periklis Krasnakidis. Abdoulaye Traore. Good recommendation. Dude's insane. He's also 67 million. I guess I have that money now. I do have that money now. Eddie Ademi. The Heidenheim striker who we had loaned out to us once and has continued to be literally the same player from the moment he left our team to the moment he landed there. He has been the same player. Stefan Jovanovic is on the keep a keen eye list. How about the cheaper list? Lazen Lozada from Ural. He should be on the yes list. Oh, he's on the B team yes list. I actually kind of agree with that. Get some ability. Get maybe some room to develop where he could become even better. Francisco Benitez. It bothers me endlessly that the timer only displays single digits. I'm going to try to fix that tomorrow. I have no idea why it's doing that, but I had to finagle with it. Part of the reason the stream was late was I was finagling with the timer because it didn't work as simply as I thought it would. It didn't work the same way as the count up timer worked in terms of the formatting, so I had to do some brief Googling, some triage this morning. All right, we got it. Dude's the freaking truth. At 19 years old, and they're not asking for a lot of money. I don't like this guy. This is the type of guy I've had on my short list for like 5 years, and nothing. He has given me nothing to work with. It's driving me insane. All right. That was huge. All right, is there anything else I want to turn off? Filters, requested reports. Finished scouting player, loan from feeder club, trial list from feeder club, end of contract suggestion, scouted player placed on transfer list, scouted player set for release, recommended signing from other staff, new staff, reminder about previously scouted player, requirements recommendation. Okay. Just wanted to turn off the loan list thing because the loan list thing just drives me absolutely up a wall. Are we going to match in 5 days, chat? After 13 hours of doing the entire... I just get a loan list of my messages immediately from an agent. Crazy work. Insane work there. Surely we got it. Revert injured. Yeah, that was the big news of the day. That was the big news of the day. Manuel Mora with the loan offer from Loeca. Fourth division team wants him to be the first choice goalkeeper. I mean, who am I to say no? Merdical. Sergio Alvarez. Actually getting a potential to play. Do 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 do. 15-hour stream with 0 matches played. Oh. A strained pectoral muscle for Paul Duran. Well, the easy solution for Tobago and Como has gone to the wayside. Ooh, they want to send him to MLS. No, I want to keep him here. Obviously, I want to keep him in Spain if at all possible. Dude's got 18 appearances for Chile. Come on, we're. It's gonna be a little tricky for us to keep all these guys in Spain. Can I go general info, goalkeepers? If we can loan him out, then Diego can become the goalkeeper. Rodrigo Lira can get his second year in Spain, and Jose Yanez can just play for the B team, I get. But then he's in the way. But then he's in the way of my perfectly constructed timetables. Then he makes it all worse. He gums it all up. Wait, where is he? Yes, because when I type in Lyon, I want Lyon FC in Colombia. Thank you so much. Men's national team. Okay, sorry. Leagues. Lyon. Lyon. $25 million. A very reasonable offer. Very reasonable offer. Yes, we sold Adam Gallagher for $100,000 to Braga. What an absolute coup for us. We are rolling in the money. Absolutely rolling in it. Okay, I've offered this guy out multiple times. And I haven't even gotten so much as an inbox message about what happened with it. Which is, I hate when that happens. It's an annoying glitch. Braga make Gallagher offer. Did that not just... I will accept it again. Maybe this is some sort of negotiating tactic to try to throw me off. I will accept it again under duress. All right, Francis Abubakar has been sold for $300,000. We thought this guy had a lot of potential, and hopefully he can find it playing in Sweden. They bought him for $300,000. We were a big believer in Francis Abubakar's game, but he tore his ACL in his first year with us, and that was really... Oh my goodness, they accepted it. I did not expect that to happen. What? That I expected to happen. The intermediaries can never find anything for this freaking guy. He's a complete nightmare. He's ended up just completely stuck on my team because of his mentality. He's just completely ridiculous. He just signed a new contract. Oh my god. In the week that we were negotiating for him, he just signed a new contract, and so he's off the market. That is tough. That is tough. That is definitely not great. Well, yeah, waited for 3 years to lock in that new contract. Really, I'm proud of him, man. I am proud of him. All right, let's make sure we have this very right. Once again, been absolutely baited. We're going to throw that guy on the cheaper list. There's really no point in having him here. Then Alexander Rodich. We also, that cheaper list was made for a guy like Alexander Rodich. Okay. Who are guys that are able to really contribute to our first team right now that, you know, we feel like would be interested in us and willing to play for us? And Edgar Lopez is once again a guy that jumps off the screen at $11 million. He's a guy that jumps off the screen. Now, Leo Versales, the 19-year-old left back, is genuinely an unbelievable player. I don't think we're going to throw that much money at him, but I would love to narrow down his potential a little bit more before we throw that money at him. And then Jens Kjær, I mean, obviously everybody knows Jens Kjær is a good player. João Aguiar.
Carry me through this work week, Lord Zed.
I got you. I'm carrying. I got you on my back. I am carrying you home. We do. We love João. He's a lot of fun. Certainly a lot of fun. Juan Camilo Martinez. Henrik Stave. What is this guy doing here? Because we like Henrik Stave. That's why he's here. Because he's a quality center back who's got solid size, speed, mental ability, but not a great tackler. Doesn't have that going on. Marvin Schlotterbeck, they don't love. The people don't love Marvin Schlotterbeck. They want to love Marvin Schlotterbeck, but they don't. They can't. Lyon's Mathieu Wirtz. Caesar Salad Sanchez. Gabriel Japlasti. You always know. Brand new. Hey, dude, Noble Mendy is unhappy. The guy has spent his entire career unhappy at Real Betis and yet has somehow spent his entire career at Real Betis. He is such a confusing player, man. It's finally time. Dude, if he just had 13 or 14 pace, this would be such a no-brainer. See, he is. I do love FM26 does give you more unique players. The height issues are a little bad, and there's not a lot of great ball playing center back sucks, but he only has one foot too. This dude has no right foot. Absolutely no right foot. None. He should learn the trait to hit the ball with the outside of his foot. Because he's not going to be using that right for anything. God, there's nobody that can do it like this guy. His touch is just unbelievable. Train takes first-time shots on this guy. Forget about it. I can fix him. I can fix him. I can fix him. You know? I can fix him. I can fix this guy. I can fix him. I'm telling you, I can fix him. Surely I can fix Ja Aguiar. I mean, you know, easy fix, really. Easy fix. He doesn't need fixing. He's perfectly weird. Make him a defensive mid. Well, why would I do that with 18 finishing? You know, this guy, well, one, we're not going to retrain him to a new position because this guy does not have a lot of potential to begin with relative to what we would want. But according to the scouting reports, right, he could improve a lot. Tremendously skillful player, receiving the ball, making things happen. How far ahead is this stream compared to the recent vid? Well, considering we've been playing the save for 13 hours today. Look, the example I'm going to use is a very famous one at this club. The example I'm going to use is a very famous one at this club. Where is he? He's not there. Paul Duran. When Paul Duran joined this club, he had a half star left of potential ability to work into. He had 9 pace. Paul Duran, over the course of the next 6 years, has slowly and steadily developed up to 13 pace. He's not even the starter anymore. I'm just saying, and I'm talking just purely about physical development. Paul Duran's big problem was physically he could not hang. He has added a lot of pace and acceleration despite the fact that he had just a half star potential ability. It is not all about just visually what you are seeing. It is the minutes they're getting, the quality of the minutes they're getting, the match ratings they're producing, right? The better the match rating, the better the player's development. The environment that they are around, the step up in level that they're playing at, right? There is potential left in this kid. The question to be asked is there enough potential left in this kid to make him worth a $16 million investment? To make him basically tied for the second most expensive purchase in the history of the club. Do his unique qualities, his absolutely world-class touch and finishing and technique and composure and decisions and movement, give him the leg up to where even if he doesn't do that, we're not in a hole. Our 2 strikers right now, let me show you, are Yuri Urbanic and Alejandro Pargueñas, starter squad. We have 2 spots open in our team. Yuste and Daniel are the B team players. We've sold Francis Abubakar. He's now gone. I feel really bad that he's left the way that he has. We're loaning Yanez and Delman Villamil. He will play faster than he looks because his 17 off the ball is going to give him an edge. He has to add at least 2 pace to be an effective player playing against the type of athletes that he'll be able to play against, to be able to utilize the skills that he has. He has to add at least 2 pace. Like if we want to win the Champions League with this guy as the striker, he has to have at least 12. Because then he's not going to be completely enveloped by pace. The St. Louis City option sucks because he doesn't like big matches. Other than that, he's a way more conventional player than Aguiar, right? He's a Holy Trinity athlete. Is the B team registered Lira? No, we have to get rid of Yanez for them to do that. We can get them to register Lira. Push comes to shove, we just move Jose Yanez up to the first team for 6 months. I really want this guy. I'm checking something. All right, cool. We have 2 Portuguese staff members. That'll help. Damn, this dude's about to turn 19. I was like, well, if he's young. I don't know. Where's the Mexican contingent? There's like 5 Mexican dudes in here. And some of them are really good. Guadalajara's Mauricio Gonzalez. Sneaky bad, right? Because he's not quick or particularly tall. Certainly doesn't get stuck into rougher challenges. But on the bright side, he's actually pretty good with the ball, which makes him a very rare center back in this day and age, it would seem. And we do have an open foreign spot to maybe bring in Mauricio Gonzalez and have him play in the team. That's what I've been considering. But I love Jesus Rodriguez and want to bring this guy's got 40 caps for Mexico. This guy's the most no-brainer in my system. He works so well in my system. He's got the stamina to cover the ground, just great with the ball, completely either-footed. I just really want to get this guy in. Yeah, we have there's like a whole contingent. The Mexican League is just producing studs, and then they like stay there until you go get them. How much playing time does Cesar Sanchez want? Can we just turn this guy into a Spanish player playing with the B team for 2 years? Let me try that. Yeah, I mean, that's an unbelievably cheap deal for the level that this guy the level that this guy I think shows. The size, the speed, the strength, the basic technical defense is all there. It's little holes in his mental game. But he's way better than what they seem to think that he is. And then the question would just be, do I go Jesus Rodriguez or do I go Raul Briones? Not Briones. Who's the other guy? Mauricio Gonzalez. Into the all-arounder. Did we sign the next Messi yet? No. I freaking wish. I gotta get him. I've got to sign him. We have a spot on our team for somebody to come in and just become the forward. I think what really encourages me also is it's a minimum fee release clause and that they would be asking for more money if it wasn't a release clause. Let's see what he wants. I got to sign him. I need him. Dude, the wage, bro. He wants nearly $2 million. For me to bring him in and have him play on the B team, that's just a tough sell, even though I really like him. Already trained to play short, simple passes, refrains from long shots, knocks the ball past opponent if he has to take them on because he doesn't know how to dribble. I'm going to try and load this contract. Hold on. Bet on yourself. Please don't buy this guy. The game hates him, so I got to make sure I like him. Oh, what about your academy center backs? How close are they to the team? Leonardo Silva is going to start for the B team this year. Salvador's on loan with a Ibar, one of the lower teams in La Liga, is taking him on loan. Nonsensical center back. I don't have a player on the B team that I'd want him to take. I don't have a player on the B team whose playing time I'd want him to take. All right, Aguiar. Reject. $16 million. Be the second most expensive signing in club history. Obviously, the most expensive is a $75 million signing, but Is that actually it? Oh, no, Havacote and Villalba. What am I talking about? I was thinking it was somehow still Sarai. Havacote was 36, Villalba was 22, Subiaga was 19. Yeah, Sarai was at the time the most expensive signing in club history, but then last year we were able to kind of stretch our legs and start buying people. And we got, Gerardo for 13, Urbanic for 11.25, Subiaba for 19, Villalba for 22, Havacote for 36, Angel Cañete for 75. No, I didn't say expensive. I said second most expensive because I forgot about Havacote and Villalba and Subiaga all being more than Sarai. Yeah, the goal is that after this transfer, Aguiar for 16 million was crazy work. That's what we're hoping is the case. It's pretty amenable stuff here. He's not asking for anything crazy. Son, I'm going to make you a star. Just leave the salary raise on there. Oh, he just brought everything back and just made it worse. All right, Aguiar, deal's down. The deal is down on the table. Should have tried the flip up before. Jefferson Charupi getting the offer. Pasquale Filippini getting the offer. I mean, we got a lot of cashola in the bank. 78 million in the transfer budget. If we weren't so flush in the transfer budget, obviously I don't think that I would be taking this swing. But considering we are super flush in the transfers, then I am taking the swing. We've had some really good deals out. We've sold a lot of the more minor guys at the club. San Diego, we're back for Yanez. How does that make any sense? Why is this man on the loan list? He's not on the loan list. I stopped offering for him. Please and thank you. The fact that offers don't immediately go away once you reject them, they stay in that screen for just a little while is strange. Rodrigo Lira not getting loan interest. Intriguing. Despite the fact that he's wanted by 20 clubs, nobody seems to be willing to actually make that offer. All right. Jose Yanez is stealing that playing time right now on that registration. Stealing that playing time. And we're not getting anything for Tebogo. Dude, Tebogo and Como is broken all of a sudden. We know we can get serious money for Tebogo and Como. We had a $15 million deal that he decided that he didn't want to take, which, is great, obviously. Bruce Zulu's getting regular time. Love to see that. But we want our other boys to be getting some time. How's you stay? B team, you stay. Go, 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 you stay. Go, you stay, please. We got to get Jose Yanez out of there because it's Daniel and Yuste competing for B team starter. There's some for Nkomo in there. Stuttgart. I think I hard locked 15, so that's probably just 15. Oh, it's 17. Oh, man. 20 league appearances to get the last 4.4 million. I don't know if he's going to get that at Stuttgart. But it's a guaranteed 12.7 million with 9 million up front, and the payout's 2 years instead of 3. I guess the new guy from AZ, Havakote. I think he's really good. I think he's an absolute stud. Going to take him a little while to gel and get into the squad. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. I got to think about who I'm talking about here. I'm talking about Tobogo in Como, dude. A guy that I would have really accepted 6.5 million at the start of this window for that guy. I'm amazed at the lack of interest in Majida Shimmy. Like, absolutely amazed at the lack of interest in Majida Shimmy. We're going to try a 2-week offer out cycle and then see if we can find anything else. We do have an offer accepted for Adam Gallagher. Blessed offer accepted. All right. I'm proud of Tobogo and Como. Go have a good career. Yeah, dude, I feel the same way, to be honest. Mauricio Gonzalez could be a first-team guy. But I don't know if I want to commit this early to locking that up. I will open up... where's Subiaga? Enrique Subiaga. I want to see if he accepts going down. If he doesn't, then we're going to have to do some finagling maybe. And I might just go for Jesus Rodriguez, and then we have an absolute banger of a midfield. Zivaro Avicote. He's adding it. He's working his weak foot. He's learning his new position. He's got a lot of room to grow. All right, it's match day today.
Zed went to bed in the UK and you were live woken up and you're still going. Good luck for the rest of the week.
Thanks, man. We're doing this like every day. Beltran, I think we got to keep, right? Saul Beltram is battling with Alexi Gallardo for starting time, yeah. Especially not Real Murcia. Damn, Inter have gone for Nikolai Dahl Sorensen. The 19-year-old anchorman midfielder from Brondby. I just don't feel comfortable with that dollar amount. I don't see myself getting my money back. Dude's in his age 20 season. We know he's good, but they're more willing to pay than I am, and I get that's how it freaking works, you know? Fabian Veloza. Oh, definitely not. You can have him. All right, Zubiaga going down to the B team, I think, is a really good move. As long, oh my goodness. How is Pablo Benevent unable to get anything? Genuinely unbelievable. He's a perfectly fine player who had a perfectly fine season with the B team last year, making 26 appearances. Like how does a guy that actually has credentials playing in the Spanish second division not just not get anything? It's crazy. Like not even the intermediary cannot find a single deal that this guy's in for. It is ridiculous, but please let me add more sports scientists now. I was looking for the youth training facilities, Arslan, but I can't ask this recently. Now for that young center back whose name we don't know yet. God, wouldn't a bolt of lightning of a young center back be just amazing right now? Wouldn't that be just absolutely astonishingly good right now? Now he turns 19 this year, so I think he has to be registered. His pen taking is too high. He doesn't fit our team. For real. I did it as a poll. I'm so tired. Propane burrito. It is past midnight for us, isn't it? You're all good, man. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're signing Joao Aguilar. He's one of the funkiest dudes I've ever seen. They've got to let me have more sports scientists. I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind, all right? We're doing it. We're signing him. We're signing him. You know what we're doing immediately. Dude. Died. Obviously, have him playing as a striker. And the question is just how much pace are we able to add on to Joao Aguilar? How much pace are we able to add on to Joao Aguilar? There's also one other thing that we absolutely have to add, which is finishing training. Tries first-time shots. He has the quality to just be an absolutely lethal first-time finisher. I like how it doesn't show what I'm training him on, but yeah. He's a tries first-time shots merchant. He does that and gets his pace to 12 and his acceleration to 14, which we've been able to replicate in the past when you've got that little bit of potential left, but you play well. You're able to kind of maximize it. Like Ruben Gerardo's added 1 pace since he joined us, and we didn't think he had a lot of potential. Like, it is there. If we play well, he plays well, we're able to kind of get him going with the great players that we have around us, that we could turn him into a real menace. You know, a real star player. It's right there. Please talk to me. I only have 1 sports scientist, man. You reduced it for no reason. There's never been an explanation given, and I have 3 sports scientists when I'm only technically allowed to have 1, and now it's just ridiculous. All right, we got our match coming up. I'm not going to train his weak foot. There's only so much room we have, and I'd much rather him add the pace than improve his weak foot. I would much rather him add the pace. Yeah, we're well under our wage budget now, which is pretty sick. Registration is open. Don't know why it says it in red. Looks very ominous, but away against Real Betis. Good Lord. Yep, another shot of whiskey. We're going to go basic system first game. Hey, Illich, are you playing? Has your team played a match yet? No, thank God. I want Jovica Illich to hit his 10 matches played very early so that we get our bucket of cash and we are good to go. We get the starting lineup set. It's Avande, Otero, Cucurella, Van Royen, Cañete, Surai, Gerardo. Mbambo's coming back from an injury, so we're going to let him recover. We're just not even going to have him on the bench. Maybe Pargueñas there. We have Salvatore Roman and Sessa and okay, the bench is all completely out of whack. Havacote, all that, yes. Roman, Pargueñas, Urbanic, Havacote, Sessa is in the team. Francesco Sessa is in the team, Mr. Steady himself. All right, and then Havacote is the wild man. Salvatore Roman, Urbanic, Sar. Where's Gutierrez? There's Gutierrez. Then we need this a little more open. Andrew Ortega. We need a right back, which obviously is Miguel Rubio. Shortest center back, which is definitely the position we need to sign at the end of this window, is to bring a guy in that's going to be able to play in that spot. Madi's going down as much as the team likes him. Duran's hurt and Mbambo's almost back from what it's like a minor injury. It's some sort of cut or something. Like, we'll just play open. We'll just play one-stop open with Aguirre and Gutierrez. But we desperately need that center back. Yeah, with Duran's injury, are we down to 4 midfielders? Yeah, we are. Who am I forgetting? Sarai, Sessa, Ortega, Sol Jahangiri, blessed be thy. Oh, Zubiaga. Okay, bring him up. Where is he? Get Zubiaga into the team. He's not going to be in the team the whole time, but get him into the team now. We need an extra guy in there. I knew we were missing Zubiaga. All right, chat. After nearly 14 hours of off-season grinding that has been an absolute pleasure, we have made it to our first league match of the season. Where did we send John Geary to? Real Zaragoza for $20 million. I can't believe we're going to play a game. Oh, you're damn right. And not only that, it's the first match of the season. We are going to, for the first time ever, attempt to conquer Spain.
Sunai! Yes!
Real Madrid.
Oh!
Barcelona.
Machine Ashemi!
UD Melilla.
What a play!
Of Morocco.
The Red Rocket!
Of Spain.
For glory!
Fit boy, have it. No.
Whoa! Goal for UD Melilla at Tingus Pingus Park.
I mean, we look terrible. We're not even paying attention.
Oh!
Pargueñas, so you're looking at a freaking butterfly, man? Turn around. It's league time. Let's go. João Aguiar. I feel like he should get a funky number. He's a weird player. He gets 42. I don't know what that does for him, but hopefully it gives him a power up. Oh, yes. UD Melilla back in the league. The sacred time has come. I left for 15 minutes, so you still haven't gotten to the first match. I mean, I am taking my time with everything, obviously, but I don't know. The journey, we hope, to being able to contend for a league for the first time begins today at Real Betis Joao Aguiar has literally gotten straight off the plane and come into the starting 11 for this team, wearing number 42. The transfer finally formalized today, and UD Melilla takes the field in its opening match of the season. Mbambo's recovering from a cut on his leg. He's not really available today. Here we go. "35-year-old Mark Cucarea getting us rocking and rolling. The captain for this match, Angel Cañete, the new vice captain of the club behind Kelvin Mbambo, who we are making sure is fully fit for the rest of the season by not playing him today. We can force him if it was just like the last match of the year, but it's the first match of the year, so there's no reason to do that. Another year older, another year wiser, another year better. Golden Boot winner Ruben Jurado trying to resume his incredible campaign. Anthony is scary on the right wing. You know what's scary is the fact that literally nothing has happened in this game. And then right before the half, it's Ruben Jurado. Villalba, such a dangerous guy to pick it up there. Villalba! Gianmarco Villalba with a wonderful goal. The Mexican Messi taking on his defender with a burst of explosiveness rarely seen. He's blown right by him there. And it's a tiny bit of finishing for Gianmarco Villalba. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. I would have sworn that was going to be Ruben Jurado on that header, but I guess not. We're starting to get a little more control over this right now. Feels weird to not have Pedro Lopez to put in. I'm used to having Pedro Lopez to put in. Jurado, you're out. Salvatore, you're in. Cucurella on a yellow. Little lead-footed right now. With the lead, I think we move Otero out. No. Gutierrez, how much do you suck right now? Not a ton. Jaime Gutierrez has the short, simple passing in as well. The necessary short, simple passing. In midfield, we really just have Ortega, and he's not quite clear on how to play that defensive midfield spot yet, so I'm not super big on let's try him out now. All right, you guys go. Ramon and Gutierrez. Well, that didn't take long. Javier, you're not a playmaker. You know, he's actually way better at passing than I remembered. Oh, no, he's 13. Yes, okay. Yeah, but he's not a playmaker. He's just better at passing than you remember. Well, Villalba scored, gave us 70 minutes, and now the injury cycle begins for Gianmarco Villalba. Dang, man. He had a good preseason, too. Got through the whole preseason. Played all right. Played regularly. Nice, nice. Aguiar. Feathers it up to Salvatore Ramon. Sessa, there again. Sarai. Ramon! Oh, beautiful. He's off, isn't he? The flag went up immediately. That was a really good pass, though. That was a really good pass. Hey, we saw Aguiar get on the ball. We saw him drop in, receive the ball, make the pass, get on it. All right, we're going to go with a little bit more of a traditional forward to threaten them if they're trying to counter. And then we are going to go with Miguel Rubio, bit of a better defensive player technically, mentally than Bangani Van Rooyen. All right. Good win. Actually happy we won that. Good work, everybody. Yuri, welcome back. Yes, it was a welcome back. All right. Only 2 highlights hurts. Yeah, that was an absolute nothing burger of a match, but we won. So, like, we had the great player to make the great play. Now, the first order of business is what's up with Villalba? Yeah, we want you to get fit. He rolled his ankle. I mean, that's just how it is, I guess. The guy's an injury-prone player. We know that. We have to make allowances for that in the team. You know, you can't rely on him to be available for every game. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it's not one of those, like, real bad injuries. It's just an injury, right? Ruben Sosa making positive developments. He's always making positive developments because he's a good goalkeeper. Conrad Yannick has been removed. Oh, wait! We have a flip! We have a flip. "13 hours down." That's incorrect. It's now 14 hours down in our 100-hour stream week. 14 hours down. One more hour today. True. We have one more hour today. And then off, get some sleep. Doing it again tomorrow. I was here, Mom. You were. Conrad Yannick. What's up, my man? Be-do-do-do. Be-do-do-do. Do-do-do. I like I have to click twice just to be able to see the attributes of the player who's being recommended to me. I really appreciate that. All right, this is a solid loan offer for a player that we were hoping would just start on the B team this year and develop. Arturo Ledesma, a guy we signed for free from LAFC's academy. He's already made 2 appearances in La Liga Dos. We are fine. We've literally won our first 2 matches. The second division's way worse than I remember it being. I'm like always worried that, oh man, I've made our team like way too bad. And then I absolutely have not. Nathan Owen? Not yet. Mentoring groups need attention. You know what? We're going to do that after deadline day right now. Pablo Benevent, a loan deal to Racing Day for all. No, you know what? You know what would be great? A transfer, right? Instead of a free loan where you just get the player and I continue to pay his wage until the end of whatever. A transfer would be great. Flippy time. Yeah, 14 is crazy. Oh, we've done crazier before. I mean, obviously, we've done 24-hour stream. This is more like my entire life will just be streaming for a week, which is cool. It's fun. Got to hit the hay. See you in the morning. All right, I'll see you in the morning, my man. Godspeed, soldier. We still haven't gotten to deadline day? No. You know, we took a break for eating, and we've been moseying. Espanyol outline intentions for Nkomo. Well, you better make that offer soon, or else he's gone. Bro, I'm just not getting emails about Tobogo and Como being off. Like, every time I offer Tobogo and Como out, I just don't get emails. Could not tell you. Dunga set for Monterrey. Okay, final season ticket sales confirmed. We sold over 1,500 more season tickets than we sold last year. That's pretty sweet. If you want Tobogo and Como for that amount of money, you got to make the move. All right, let's update our sheet because we've had a lot of guys up and leave. Otero, Avande, Aguirre, Cucadea, Jaime Gutierrez, Tobogo and Como. Salvador has been loaned. Has that loan even been confirmed yet? I don't know. Oliapsalo, Leonardo Silva, Yasir Mahdi, Kamal Chawi, Nathan Owen, Mark Pedrosa, Kevin Castro, who we do have him on the B team. Rubio, Gallardo, Beltran. Alejandro Martel's been loaned. Cañete. Giancarlo Farfan, we have absolutely no idea what to do there. Pong Feng's been sold. So Pong Feng is no longer on the team. He's been dealt with. Ortega, Duran, Subiaga, Yazir Mahdi, retraining, Marcos Perez, Grieven Rodriguez, Rafael Araujo, Adam Gallagher. Has Gallagher been sold or no? I don't think Gallagher's been sold. We did sell Nico Carensis, I think. I think Nico's gone. Yes, we did. That sale actually went through. Bless. Gallagher's sale has not gone through yet. Gianmarco Villalva, Kelvin Mbambo, Ruben Gerardo, Javier, Salvatore Roman. Mustapic is loaned. Both these guys are loaned. They got hurt, unfortunately. Zulu, Silva, Benevent, we cannot sell. Sutsikas, we cannot sell. All right. Audrey's been loaned. Boom, boom. Boubacar Diatre's B team. David Corral, I believe, has also been loaned. We go to the B team real quick. I should be updating this like as guys leave, but alas, I am not. Is David Corral down here? Yes, but he is loaned. All right. Diatre. Adrian, we managed to sell. God bless America right there. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. What a great moment. We have not sold Majid Hashemi, but we do have a new signing. And we have to add to this list that we use. With Joao Aguiar. Joao Aguiar. Him and Urbanic are going to be fighting for the starting role over the course of the season, and we're going to see who actually ends up being able to claim it. All right. The battle continues to see what we're going to be able to do with these different guys. But we have other guys that could be the starter if Arturo Ledesma's loaned. It'd be Silva, Hopsalo, and then Mahdi, Chowie, Owen. I think I loaned Pedrosa already. Yes. Kevin Castro is now no longer a loan candidate. He comes up and has to be a B squad player. So if Ledesma leaves, that leaves 2 foreign spots available. I don't want to use the foreign spot on a striker like Jose Yanez. Is that really? I think the only team interested in him for some reason is San Diego. Like I mean, he has to be in Spain for 1 more year to get the nationality. The other foreign players. Arturo Ledesma is the foreign player. He's going to be fine. Ali Hopas. Dude, look at Hopasalo's value. I really hope that this guy playing 2 years of regular ball at this level, he just like explodes and makes everybody look foolish and just becomes amazing. That would be super awesome. Is Kevin Castro... Wait, did I not account for him? Oh my goodness, he's foreign. Oh my goodness, he's a foreign player. We have to loan him. I didn't account for the fact that he was a foreign player. We have to loan him. Oops. So then that leaves us with not enough guys. So Ledesma, yeah, we really need to get rid of all the non-EU guys that are here that are not Ledesma and the goalkeeper. Which means Giancarlo Farfan, you are on the block. But fortunately, we've got some interested teams that are now looking at a Giancarlo Farfan loan, and that makes me very happy. And then the transfer for Pablo Benavente. We're working on it. Gallagher close to signing for Braga. All right, $100,000. We take it. We take that. Very nice. It was a stupid signing. I basically signed him in January last year, and then he sat around for 6 months, and then we just sold him in the summer window. It's very stupid. I don't know why I signed him. It was a bit of a fever dream, like, oh, this guy has talent, he has potential. Maybe we'll be able to work him into our B team. And I'm like, nope. Very quickly went, nope. That guy has no future anywhere around our B team. We just need to sell him and get him off the books. Not a lot of money. Braga gets him for $100,000, and hopefully he becomes something. Honestly, Z, you got to advance more than 2 in-game months in 15 hours? I don't know, man. I've really, really enjoyed this. We've gotten absolutely all the way in on this stuff, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I do not want to loan him to any of those academies. Get out of here. Like, we've gotten a really serious handle on our whole team now. We've gotten a really serious handle on our whole team. Moonwolf, that is awesome. Guy said, this man is stalling like crazy. People literally fall asleep because of all the nonsense he's doing instead of actually advancing in game. I think probably falling asleep because I've been streaming for almost 15 hours. If I had to posit a guess. I have obviously always been famous for how long it takes me to play the game. How methodical I am about the way that I play Football Manager. That has always been a talking point around me. It is not something that bothers me one bit because it's the way I like to play the game. So, and I once had somebody told me that if I ever wanted people to watch me play Football Manager, that I needed to play faster. And this one goes out to them. Z doing a youth only save would be glorious. People always say all that random stuff. Like when you're just starting streaming or something, or really anything, when you're just starting to do anything, people pretend to have all sorts of knowledge about it. I remember somebody coming in my chat saying because of my accent, nobody would ever listen to me talk about soccer, football, you know. But if I didn't play a lot faster, nobody would ever, like, I would never be able to get anybody to watch the saves that I play. Like, they just spout out all that stuff, but nobody really ever actually knows anything. Like, I know this because I'm obviously an armchair expert on a lot of stuff, but the people attempting to give you that advice usually have no idea what they're talking about. The main point to grow your stream is eating 3 grams of protein per kilogram body weight a day. Is that viewer maxing? I'm kilogram maxing to viewer max? Dude, that sounds... Hell yeah. Hell yeah. This playlist is literally my like songs with a smart shuffle, so it's sprinkling in random songs that aren't in my like songs as well. So you get to guess which songs are in my like songs and which songs are just sprinkled in. It's usually about 50-50. Quick, is this song in my like songs? This one is in my like songs. I think I have 2 Medusa songs in my like songs. New suggestion, Chan Nai Korin. No. Jonathan Rowe. Oh, I love this guy in real life. This guy's such a beast in real life at Bologna. Somebody in the Prem is going to sign Jonathan Rowe, and then a bunch of people like Premier League armchair experts are going to be like, this guy's unbelievable. Everybody should have signed this guy. And I'd be like, I've been sitting here. If you're watching the lesser European competitions, you will know that that guy is the best player on Bologna. Bro, no lie, I actually don't know if this song is in my like songs or not. It is. Okay. Dude's got a crazy physical setup. Jean Mateo Bahoya. Nice pace, bro. Nice pace. Also, we're getting a lot of scouting reports, but fortunately, we've reduced the scouting reports a lot because we no longer have. Where's the maybe? I was already on the maybe list. Oh, what is it? I was like, oh, dude, where's the maybe list? Alcides Martinez. We could. Joel Rojas him. We could Joel Rojas. We could Joel Rojas him. He's another incredibly athletic winger from Paraguay. Literally behind Joel Rojas in the national team depth chart. Oh, no, he's a worse player. I don't think it's as reliable that we'll be able to actually unload him for anything. Theo Nuhu. That's not going great with Yanez right now. Hey, he played in La Liga last year. Have faith. Somebody's going to get desperate, and they're going to come around and go, please, can we have Yanez? And I'm going to be like, yes, if you must. Of course you can. That's how it'll go. It is not a recorded stream, Della. I am actually live right now. I have been live technically for 14 hours and 25 minutes. According to 14 hours and 32 minutes. But on YouTube, you can only stream in 12-hour blocks. And so I had to restart the stream on YouTube. But I am live. I thought the same. Thought it was a recorded stream. Yeah. Well, I'm certainly not as locked in on chat as normally I am, which is to say I'm not normally locked in on chat either because I'm obviously a little tired. I've been sitting here a little while, but I am here. I am live. I'm trying to set up a new save, but I'm stuck on how I should optimize my database setup. You're falling into the classic fallacy. You're overthinking at the start, so you're not ever going to have the opportunity to sit down and enjoy it. It's not a bad thing to fall into. But with a game like Football Manager, you'd kind of just need a nice solid base. You don't need to go too far in either direction. If you go too much, then the game's going to run so slow you're going to lose interest. If you go too little, then you're going to feel like the world's empty or, what do you like to look at? Go and make all the leagues view only, and then make only a few of them I don't know. If you have a good computer, I usually play with at least all leagues on view only, and then I just make more important nations playable. Because when you make them playable, even if you're never planning on playing there, it's a deeper experience in terms of the player base and everything. Who's there? You just don't see chat normally? Hey, look. All right. I'm trying. The 100-hour stream is going to be over by the time we reach match day 2. No. Match day 3 at least. We will get to match day 3 at least. Batuan Barons of the United States of America. A name like that, I knew he had some EU nationality somewhere, but apparently he is all used up on the potential front. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he's he's one of my slimes that I wagwan frequently. Him and I wagwan together in the park sometimes. So I was just thinking maybe while we're wagwaning together, he could develop a little more. Just a little. Just a cheeky, tiny bit of development just for the boys. Do you think you'll end up taxing you more than the 24-hour stream? The 24-hour stream is it becomes miserable at some point. You start hallucinating. There's kind of a point in the middle of the night where you're like, this is just ridiculous. Why am I doing this? What am I doing? Why am I here? But I think this is more. I don't think it's going to be overly taxing. I think it's just going to feel like I'm falling behind in life because it's just going to be a week straight of like sneaking in sleep, sneaking in a shower, back on stream. You know what I mean? Like back. By the time you get to like Thursday or Friday, you're just going to be like, dude, I forgot what it was like to not be on stream. But because I'm getting sleep, because I'm eating 3 square meals and staying hydrated, I don't think it'll be like crazy taxing. You just got to remember to stand up and stretch and stuff. Flavio Selamai, loaned out from, dude, he's on Bayern Munich. What are we waiting for if he's on Bayern Munich and we think he's just going to drop to us like we're some sort of bottom feeder at the bottom of the ocean? It just ain't going to work like that. I just lost the Champions League semi, but the game crashed, so I had to play it again. Just won it. Great success. Sure. It crashed. I got you. I didn't say anything. No, I mean, that obviously, it happens sometimes. I've literally just accidentally shut off my computer before and had to replay hours worth of gameplay. I'm not saying anything. PC crashes when I rage quit and hit the power button all the time. True, dude. I hate it when I rage quit and click the power button. Toledo, that's, oh my goodness. It's almost perfect. It's semi-pro. We need to keep him here for another year so that he can then suck on the B team for 2 years and then I can try and sell him and nobody buys him. That's what we're working towards. That is his career trajectory. No offers for Farfan or Kevin Castro. Well, there was a team that was interested. In fact, there were 2 teams that were interested in Giancarlo Farfan. And I believed. I believed for a whole 30 seconds that we might be onto something. That I might be onto something. That we collectively could be onto something. And we weren't. Yeah, that loan. No. Somebody please find me a loan for Jose Yanez. Please. Please. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that center back to just fall into my lap. It's not really happening. Oktmer Omroglu, a 19-year-old at Fenerbahce. Does not appear to be the answer, as the man has no pace. Rafael Garcia has no height. Nico Rocher has the athleticism of an unripe tomato. But he's really smart. So, I mean, it's like a 1/2 dozen of the other operation here for Nico. If only he could just ripen a little bit. You know what I mean? Speed or size. One of the two. Too slow, too short, vegetative. Yeah. He's in a vegetative state. Completely vegetative state. It's an absolute nightmare. Okay, clear. Joseph and Kruma. No. That guy was on our B team for a while. Okay. Arnaldo Villalba. The 19-year-old massive Paraguayan center back. This dude can't defend. He has 10 marking and 9 tackling. What's he going to do when Lamine Yamal's running at him? Going to fall over and cry. You got to be kidding me. He's going to fall over and he's going to cry. And that's like the best guy for that. There's Ayrton Coronel, who plays in Brazil. He's got 13 caps for Argentina. He's 23 years old. He's got some good match experience, right? But mentally, he's actually, I mean, physically, he's great. Technically, does all the things that you need him to do. The aggression's low. Just generally, it's just kind of depressed. 7 teamwork sucks. And he doesn't enjoy big matches. Like, he shouldn't even be on my short list. Disqualifying factor immediately. Bertrand Zielmans. God, I wish we knew what we knew now. We'd probably just go after him. Then there's Francisco Saruco. This guy also completely sucks with the ball. But once again, physically, very... Okay, this is such a sad song. Can you break up with your girlfriend some other time, all right? I need to lock in. Then there's Saheed Michael, who has 8 jumping reach. If he had more than that, he would obviously be a guy that you'd have to seriously consider every time. Problem is, everybody that we come across on this short list is going to have issues. Like, this guy's just short. Arb Nurazani. It's particularly short for a guy you'd have to spend $15 million to get. His plan is to be large, and if that doesn't work, move countries. Bertrand Zielmans, didn't he just move? He just transferred. Yeah, they just bought him for $5 million. So I doubt that they'd be interested in the transfer. Yeah. Michelangelo Caligiuri. Well, he's huge, but he's scared of spiders, and he costs $26 million. And his name has too many syllables. I got a lot of issues with this guy. Diali Di Maya. Or we just blow $63 million on this guy. Douglas Nunes. Three-year regular player in the Prem after 2 years regular in the Brazilian League. We could not expect a ton more improvement out of his game after 5 years at that level. Good morning, Kongs. Family just got back from seeing Bring Me the Horizon. Nice. That would be a great show. That would be a fantastic show. I would definitely go see Bring Me the Horizon when presented with the opportunity. You know me. We could go with Raul Briones, perfectionist, large man, 18 years old, room to improve, 11.5 million. That's probably the direction we'd want to go. That is probably the direction we want to go. Wilfried Singo is a tremendous player that would fit into our team really well, but he's on the yes list because his contract's going to run out. And Yassine Al Gamardi, he doesn't have the same. He's 4 years older, you know. He doesn't have the same je ne sais quoi, room for improvement. Then there's Caesar Salad Sanchez, Mateu Verts. I like Mateu Verts, but I don't like him 25 million much. You know, and the potential's 3.5 to 4. It's not a 5-star. If he had 5-star potential, we'd be having another conversation. But you're still no, I'm not streaming. This is recorded. Henrik Stave. Dielson. Nice. This guy's not a bad left back, actually. Defensive fullbacks. I love him. All right. Raul's going to turn 19 this year. But it feels like a team that needs Raul. I mean, we need another center back. And Raul is better with the ball than most of these idiots. I wouldn't go so far as to say he's good, but we're not working with 6s and 7s. We're working with a 9 and a 10 for touch and passing. And dribblings at a 9, you know. I'm going to expand this a little bit because I feel like there's somebody else. Yes, Mauricio Gonzalez. I wanted to see Mauricio Gonzalez as well because he's good with the ball, but he's sneakily unathletic and not a guy that really gets stuck in. He's also 22 and doesn't have as much room to grow. But he is like a competent guy with the ball at his feet. We know he likes big matches. He's $3 million, $4 million cheaper. Why not both? Because they're both Mexican and we'd have too many foreign players at that point. Because right now we have Danny Avande and Gianmarco Villalba. Oh, rip. Yeah. I'd love to sign them both, but you think this guy would play on the B team? Well, we'll check. We'll check. We're gonna check. We'll check. Now I'll loan out the other Mexican guy and play this guy in the B team in his place. Raul Briones. You're probably the guy. He just has that room to grow that's so valuable. He's got a great mentality, right? Perfectionist is a high bar. The janitor spot is open. Amen. You're right. The janitor spot is open. We could just sign him and say, you know what? Screw the fact that you don't want to play in the B team. We are wedging you into the B team this year, and there's nothing you can do about it. We are wedging you into the B team. And of course, I like the fact that, you know, Briones is. I like guys that are capped by release clauses. Makes me feel like their value is really high. My God, he would take it. They both would. Do I still have that loan open? Arturo Ledesma? I do. All right, Arturo. Guess what? I'm showing you out. I mean, if we could just keep Mauricio Gonzalez in the B team for 2 years, or maybe play him in the B team for 1 year and then he loans to somewhere else in Spain, like La Liga, for the next year. I think he's a guy that definitely could be around the first team once he has Spanish nationality. And we have such a Mexican contingent in the team anyways. Oh. No, get rid of that. Get rid of that. We've set a precedent for how to handle this. We've set a precedent for how to handle this. We have a way to do this. Salary after reaching 10 games. Salary after reaching 20 games. All right. You are going to play on the B teams, so I do not want to overpay you. We've already done a negotiation like this once to significantly reduce the amount of money that we pay after 5 league games. Oh, he locked it. All right, I'll play your game. Did that say 15 a year? He plays 5 first team games. If he plays 5 first team games, he goes up to 2.6 million. Well, for 2 years, Mauricio, you are not going to play those games, dog. It was international. Oh my God, it was international. He's not in the team. Oh my God, he is in the team. Why did it remove the other one? I wasn't able to offer the other one. I thought I wasn't able to offer the other one because it was already there. There's no way. I mean, we're just not going to pay him 2.6 million. All right, Briones. This guy's actually more reasonable with his demands. Kind of hilariously. Oh, no, he's not. 15% salary raise, and after he plays 20 games, he's getting paid 3.4 million. So this guy's living in Looney Tunes land. I knew it. I freaking knew it, dude. These Mexican players, they get paid, bro. They get paid. I knew his wage demands were low. I saw it was international. I want you guys to know that I saw it was international. He wants 2.8 mil after 5 games of international play. Look, I'll add you some bonuses that you're not going to get, all right? They seem to love those. If you win best male player under 21 in Europe, if you win young player of the season, I will literally give you $1 million each. I was sweating that one. I was sweating that one hard. 2.2 is on the high side, but the freaking Mexican players get paid so much money, man. They aren't moved. That's why they haven't moved yet. Bruised head. Dang. That sounds like it sucks. All right, we got the deal ready. Five minutes? No, it's this timer right here. So we have like 15 minutes left. The buyback clause for Christian Parr is active. How's he doing? Played 23 matches in the extra classe and averaged a 6.61. What a player. What a bargain purchase at just 2.7 million. I mean, where else are you going to manage to find a guy of such preeminent quality? Jose Yanez, hey, guess who? San Diego FC. San Diego is in the freaking house. Charupi moved. That's the Colombian fullback that I'm staring at from across the room for a while. I'm just baffled by, there's like one or two players every time that I'm just completely and utterly baffled by their inability to get a single offer. All right, Jefferson Charupi moves for $12 million. The exciting young Colombian, not so young anymore, Nikolai Dahl Sorensen, no longer a yes list guy. Danny Avande. All right, Danny. Looking good, man. How you feeling? I feel good. Definitely going to go straight to sleep, I think, once I get off the stream. But it's been fun. Been fun to play 15 straight hours. Fernando, getting better. We said we were moving him up, didn't we? He's supposed to be in the B team. Yes. Go up. Seize your destiny, Fernando. It is your time. It is your time. Well, my assistant coach is a raging optimist. Time Intensive has said that we could win the league. He's commanding plenty of interest. Really? I haven't seen it. In what universe is Pablo Benavent commanding plenty of interest? Exactly. I must have missed that universe. Somewhere in the multiverse, though. All right, Tobogo and Como. We're guaranteed to get 12.7 million. And then if he makes 20 league appearances for Stuttgart, we get another $4.4 million. But chat, I know that we are nearly 15 hours in here. But it is worth an applause for one of the guys that shows what the B team's really about. I mean, he nearly was able to crack his way into the first team here. He just has issues with teamwork that we're never going to be able to work out. But he played 2 years at a very high level in the B team after signing from Black Leopards, one of my former clubs, for $375,000, and he is moving on to great things in the Bundesliga with a club that wants him. And is going to be able to use him despite his lack of teamwork. So, a great sale of Tebogo Nkomo, the South African national. That's one of those B team success stories. A guy that came in, and even though, maybe he just increased his value so much in the B team, we didn't even have the patience to wait. I like how this is just the longest continue of all time. Like, what happens if I just don't click on the X? Do I just go 3 days and not? I mortgaged the installments. I have no idea what I just got. In no area did it tell me how much I was going to get if I mortgaged the installments, but I just mortgaged them to get the money into the budget now, I guess. There's no reason for me to do that. I clicked it because I assumed there was going to be a pop-up window that then told me how much I would get if I mortgaged the installments, but there's nothing here that tells me. And I just clicked it, and now I've Raul Briones is re-signed with Monterrey instead of leaving Mexico. And this is why the Mexican national team is absolutely in the mud. This is why. They don't leave. They're good players. They don't leave. They don't leave. Hey, Vincent, thank you for the raid in, my dude. I appreciate you. I appreciate you raiding in. Mitchell accepts Sparta Prague offer. Oh, Andres Mitchell's on the move for just $2 million. Really? A weird transfer. Still not EU if I remember right. So don't know if that's the direction we would have wanted to go. But they really snuck that in there. Mitchell's a guy we've known about for a long time. Monterrey offer Blas Escobar from Rosario Central. Dude, Monterrey throwing their money all over the place, apparently. You got to be scared of that Monterrey wallet, dude. They are bullying fools. Bullying. Is it going to tell me how much I mortgaged those installments for? Or is it just going to be like a mystery for forever? Is it just going to be a mystery forever? Or maybe if I go to like transfer activity, or nope. If I go to transfer history. Well, he's not there. You know why he's not there? Really? He's a... Couldn't tell you, man. No idea. Wow, Tobogo and Como literally already has appeared off the bench for the club. That's insane. I just saw that. He's already appeared off the bench. They did what I did, like the exact same day. They just threw him out there. Like, he's got it. We spent all this money to get this guy in here. Absolutely. Leave it to the bean counters. Yeah. The accountants will figure that one out. Jozef Malinovsky. David Pizzi. It's fairly professional. I can see why I liked him. Jan Kudo. Little new recommendation sauce right there. Andre. Ooh. I don't know anything about him. Just a suggestion right now, but he does have the look of potentially one of those Brazilian wonder kids that all of a sudden, pops into a first team and you go, well, hold on a second. This guy's onto something.
This guy's on to something. This guy's got a little something to him, you know? Salim Lagsawi. Maybe. Jaden Ngwashi. I like Ngwashi. It's a little too expensive. Yusuf Latifi. It's the only Iranian guy I'd be able to work with. He's a dual nat. Gregory's Panid. How's he doing? How's Gregory's Panagiotidis doing? He has not played. Well, I mean, I guess the season did just start. So that's not too rough. That's not too rough. Why is Tobogo and Como just not on the transfer history? Do 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 do. Somebody embezzled in Como's money. Now, I mean, it went into the balance. I see it going into the balance. It was a significant amount of money. I see it. It's left a visual trace. It's just, I wanted to know how much I mortgaged the installments for, and that is apparently just an impossible thing to figure out. I clicked on it thinking it would pop up with like a, here, if you mortgage your installments, you get this much money. It did not. Ilyan Lyubinov has moved to Shanghai Port in China. That was not on the top of my guest or my guess list, but it was also at my bottom. He's off the B team? Yeah, but then I went to the B team to look at the transfer history and didn't see that either. It might be because we sold him from the roster on the B team. That is possible. Enric Asle. Fortunately, we continue to clean those types of guys off of our keep a keen eye shortlist. Kehinde Nwachukwu. Iker Valencia, and he is so high in potential. And there is just nothing happening for him. Keep a keen eye on Hussein, but apparently that potential has gone down a lot. Elia Capriel, that's into contract for sure. And Simon Bouabre, who we just scouted up from our last report that we got through, is fine. I'm going to actually put him into contract. And then Tom Didi. You're athletic, but not as athletic as you think you are, because you only have 14 pace and 9 strength, despite the fact that you're 6'3". And you are definitely dumb. So, we have 1 minute left. And I do want to go to the Keep a Keen Eye shortlist and see if I can find more players that we think are bad. I think we've finally gotten all of them off this list. Andrea Bergami. We can remove him from the list. We can remove Fauzi Fayez Abdul Rahman of the UAE. All right, all these guys are bad. Pompey Briere. I'm just gonna, we're just reducing our short list. Ali Sandolm. Oh yeah, I actually like Ali Sandolm. Andrew McKay. For the star ratings? For the star ratings, the guy's actually really good. I can see why I look at him and I'm like, you know what? That guy's gonna stay. Vald Agen. Remove him. Maybe tomorrow we can play 2 games. I think this is a stream. Obviously, we took our time, did a lot of different things. I think this is a stream that goes down in legend, chat. Is the stream where we did an entire off season on FM in one stream. And it took 15 hours. And we played 1 game.
I have had an unbelievable time, chat. I've had an unbelievable time, and the best news is, of course, that I'm going absolutely nowhere because we're streaming for not 86, but 85 more hours this week. There's your flip! Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. I am sorry if you wanted to see more matches. We only played one match, but we went through the entire offseason process from recalibrating the whole team to handling the vast majority of transfers we're going to deal with to handling all of our entire staff. So it's been a very productive day. We've been absolutely in the weeds of Football Manager. Love you guys. Fist bump. I will see you for the rest of the week. I'm going to go skedaddle into the shower and bed real quick. But I will be on at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and I will see you guys for that. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Thank you so much for being here. Finally breaking out of my shell and have a good chat with you all. Kongs, it's been a pleasure. Pleasure. Love everybody that hangs out.